Should be started. Okay. Thumbs up. All right. I think I got a pretty good setup right now. I'd like to hone in a little bit on this camera here, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and bring chat up. We also got to test our desktop sound. Yesterday we were having a little bit of problem with desktop sound. Not sure why. Give me just a second here. Okay. Okay. Head on over to YouTube, bring up my chat. Go ahead and bring. All right, looks like desktop audio is coming through. Okay, pop that chat out. Pop out chat. Whoa, what's up, Dylan? You already here, man? Cool. That's cool to see. That's cool to see. All right, thank you for being the first livey. That's what I call people who join my live streams, liveys. I just made that up right now. Can you tell? All right, give me a second here. Let me close this out and let me go ahead and get chat captured and on stream. Geographer Matt, welcome back, man. All right, we got Jonah here as well. All right, let me actually, you know what? It is time for, oh wait, no, okay, hold on. Okay, how do I do this? Okay, because I'm on my Osoroshi. For chat, I'm on Osoroshi, but for live stream, I'm on Unrested. So I'm trying to mod people, but I realize I got to switch accounts to be able to do that. Give me just a second here. Let me go ahead and capture this real quick first. Chat capture properties. I wish there was a way to permanently capture it. I gotta eventually figure out how to do something like that. Oh, let me get that this thing. Boink, you're gone. All right. If you ain't first, you're last. That's true. Second place is the first loser. No, that's not true. We're not running cross country here. All right. Please forgive my crunchy, munchy, munchy. Mmm. It's so good. Pickles, cream cheese, and ham. It's the true unrested diet. Don't make throw up sounds. You'd love it if you tried it. You've just never tried it. Don't mock what you've never tried, my son. My literal son is saying that. That's why. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I like the second camera thing I got set up back there. That one came out pretty good. Hello, Scott. Not help, Scott? You sure you don't want to say help? Hardy Manful, MNP. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'll check this. Hold on. What I'll do is I'll go on my phone here and I'll go through the Unrested account and verify your identification. Give me just a second here. All right. Okay, hold on. Very average plays. You are right. Sorry, I suddenly had to respond to a comment on my video. I couldn't help myself. Oh, whoops. Actually, let me give that guy a heart too. There we go. I got to give everybody hearts. Oh no, now I'm addicted to hearting everybody's comments and I can't pay attention to the stream anymore. It's so weird. I'm distracted. This usually never happens, guys. Okay, hold on. Let me go to, what? You hit 1,000 views. Congratulations. Okay, that's fine, but whatever. Okay. This will bring me here. Gotta shut this down. Okay, I think I can do. Okay. Put user in timeout. That's not what I want to do. How, does it not let me? Oh, add as moderator. There we go. Okay. Whoa. My whole rig's about to fall off the side there. Okay. Can manage and block standard. Okay. There we go. And where are you at, Dan? Can I call you Dan or Daniel? Do you prefer Daniel? All right. Add as moderator. Managing. I think I got it done. I doed it. Oh, what do you think of Uzumaki anime? Well, guys, I did catch up with that, and what the hell happened? It starts out like all right, and then it like did the main artist have like a stroke or something? What happened to that anime halfway through? Like um it went from being like pretty well animated to like early 2000s Newground Flash animation. Like what? Did they run out of a budget or something on that show? What the hell happened to that show? Uzumaki like completely fell apart. It started out like really good and then it just kind of like garbage. All right. Okay, we are already talking about movies. Cool. Hiko and Victor talked about you today. What? Oh, and they shouted out the GoFundMe. Oh man, I gotta tell Victor thank you. Okay, I gotta tell him thank you right now. That's like way super nice. He didn't have to do that. Hey man, just got told by viewers on my live stream. You and Hiko shouted out the GoFundMe. Thanks, man. It means a lot. Okay, I have to tell him thank you right away. I cannot, if I don't do it right now, like when you told me, I will forget. All right, I just messaged Victor. Who was the one who told me? It was Ikram. What's up, dude? Who was the one who just told me? Okay, split fries. All right. If he asks, I'm going to give you credit. I don't know if you want, if you want to be known, but I just told him a viewer just let me know that you shouted out the GoFundMe today. So I got to say thank you for that. Victor and Hiko, they're good dudes, man. We go way back, man. I've only got to hang out with Hiko one time in person. No. There was two different times. There was another time when I came for the Tokyo YouTube meetup. The only reason I didn't remember that is because there were so many people there. Like I probably only saw him for like a brief moment. Victor, I've hung out with multiple times. Victor is a character, man. Very, very active dude. Very always up on like just everything going on at the same time. Like I don't know how he keeps his head in all these different places, monitoring all this different stuff, everything from like things going on YouTube to everything political to everything in the news to everything in Japan's news to like even how like the English teaching market is going and stuff like that. He is a man with a lot of information, dude. He's a good dude, man. Um, he's one of the people I can say who I've had a friendship with long enough to have disagreements. Like we've had things we don't see eye to eye on, but we still stayed friends no matter what. And that's when you know I have a good friend, like where you can disagree, maybe even sometimes argue, but still stay friends. Um, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. He's one of the few people who believed me when I said I didn't make that website a long time ago with all the J vlogger drama. I told him all the evidence I had. I talked to him. I was like, so I had people figure out where it was made and everything. And I think I even showed him like the IP address and everything. And he was like, well, then that's it. You didn't do it. And I was like, thank you, man. Thank you. Oh my God. Pickles, ham, and cream cheese. It's so good. Have I been talking about it all day? Is that like the only 3 words I've said all day? Wow, I gotta get a bigger vocab. All right, boys and girls, let's check out what we got going on in the chat. So happy to be here again with you tonight. Shikanoko Noko Noko Koshitan. Have you watched it, Scott? No, dude. That sounds. Do you know? My son knows it. What is it? What is it? Is it good? Oh, you haven't watched it yet? All right. My son hasn't watched it either, but he said he's heard about it. It's not out on American Netflix or whatever. Okay. Is it out on American Netflix HT? My son already knows about it, so he's way ahead of all that stuff than me, man. He knows more about all that. There's the movie, and I watched the intro, and I started watching. Okay. You watched the intro of that? The first movie. Okay, he said he started to get into it a little bit, but just after he watched the intro, he didn't get any farther. Not due to hating it or anything like that. He just didn't get that far into it yet. Oh, post the stream into the Discord. Thank you, dude. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Whenever people are like worried, like, I don't want to shout at you to do something, or I don't want. No, shout at me, yell at me, tell me to do stuff, remind me to do things. I need this, man. All right. That's awesome. I actually really appreciate it, honestly. Okay. Come on, Scott, you can do this. All right, so go back to the stream. Where do I go to share on this thing? Share, copy link. There we go. Actually, you know what? I'll share it on X. God, I hate calling it X. Why does it have to be X? X sounds like it would be something way more epic. No, and instead it's just Twitter. Okay, and I'll do it on Facebook too, although I don't think anybody notices it on Facebook. Oh man, bad case of the burps all of a sudden. Okay, and then now, finally the Discord, the thing they told me to do. General chat? Or should I put it on an Unrested channel? What do you think, Jonah? I'm going to put it in general. I'll put it on both. Paste. And speaking of which, I just want to take this time to shout out everybody who joined the Discord. If you don't know already, the Discord is now open to everybody. We stopped making it just a members only type situation because now we have a full mod team and everything like that. We got the channels open. And again, I want to shout out the mod team. They're the ones who brought this all together. So if you guys want to thank anyone when you join, thank the mods. They put together everything. Like I pretty much, I let mod gods take the wheel, and they did an amazing job. I'm very happy with what we have going on now. So a massive thanks out to them. I mean, that is just people volunteering out of the kindness of their heart to help me run an extra thing for the channel. And let me tell you, I don't take stuff like that for granted, you know? If I actually could pay people to do it, I would. I would. All right, give me a second. Let me low power mode turn off. Okay, I'm just trying to stop my phone from always turning off on low power mode, or turning the screen off, I should say. I just closed my channel though. I don't want to do that. Okay. Ikram. Okay. Who do we got on here right now? Okay. Daniel, what's up? Glad to have you here. Another one of the. Okay. Now, let me just check the. Oh wait, Jonah, you're not a mod yet. Hold on. Okay. So the people I'm making mods right now are actually the mods also on. They're also the mods on Discord. And I don't know. Are you guys able to post the Discord link? I'm wondering if it'll like stop you or if it won't stop you now that you're a mod. Like, are you able to post links, I wonder? Because I know, like, even if I come on over as Osoroshi and try to post a link to my Discord, it'll block me ASAP, and there's no, like, unblocking that. All right. I just want to say hi. I always like to welcome everybody. So Nature Nerd 1000, glad to see you back again. Love seeing the same faces over and over again. HT, welcome back, man. Oh, Thrastavius, there we go. Wondering where you were at, bud. All right, I'm glad you're here now. Me viewer 2. You've been here before. I recognize it now. What up, dude? Low Poly Skull, I haven't seen you in a while, man. Welcome back, dude. You need a second screen. I have 2 screens. I do. Hold on. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. At the beginning, I did not. You are correct, Low Poly, and it was a mess. Can you imagine? I'm like trying to stream on only a 13-inch laptop monitor. It was super ridiculous, dude. But yes, Low Poly, you are correct. I do need 2 monitors to do this because it was getting insane before when I first started doing this. Japan in himself. All right, Osoroshi Knight. I like it, dude. I love the little demon on there at the end too. I like it, man. Cool stuff, dude. Welcome to the stream, man. Who else we got? Oh, Ikrim, I already said hi to you, but welcome again. 6 setup. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I am very happy with this. This is about 1 year of just saving a little extra from paychecks. This is what I was able to put together, and it's honestly, it's all because I love doing this. This has been like one of the best things I've added to my life. Just for like a way to have a weekend where I feel like I'm escaping the craziness of work and the madness of everyday stuff and chilling with a group of friends at a round table, pretty much is what it feels like. And it's so fun. It's so fun. It makes me almost feel like when you were like younger and you had the weekends and you'd totally hang out the whole weekend with your friends and everything and just do kind of whatever you wanted to, talk about whatever you wanted to, and all have some of the same interests and everything. This is what it feels like every time, like I'm having like a sleepover or something like that. I used to look forward to that all the time back when I was in like elementary and middle school and stuff like that. Play video games all night long, dude. Chiptooth, welcome back, man. Glad to see you here. Nice PC setup. It's pretty good. Eventually I would like to get a tower PC. I would like to have a little more power just for like when I'm running games at the same time. There are a couple games I have tried to see like how they do as far as streaming is concerned, and they start to eat up like a lot. I have a pretty up-to-date laptop. I think this thing's only about half a year old, so it's not like massively way behind. It's got, I think, a terabyte for the hard drive. I believe 64 for the RAM, and I believe it has a 4070 for the video card, if I'm correct. I could be wrong on that though. It's all right. It's okay. My only qualm, the only thing that I bought it mostly because I just wanted to have a gaming computer for Shadow of the Erd Tree when it came out. My old one I gave to my son. That one's pretty old now. God, how old is that thing? It's probably like 4 or 5 years old. Yeah, that's what I was gaming on before, and I did start to find its limits. If I were in Florida, I could make you one as I build gaming PCs. Dang, Chiptooth, I would love that, dude. If you ever visit Florida, I'm gonna make you spend your entire vacation here building me a computer now. Yeah, that's not nice. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Maki. Even my son said, well, that's not very nice. Um, nah, I appreciate it, man. I'll bet you're awesome at building PCs, dude. That would be sick. I'd much rather prefer you having built one for me than me buying like store bought stuff. DJ, welcome back, man. Lady S. How long have I been on? I just started. You're right here at the beginning. Oh, Cuban Dre, dude. Again, I gave you a shout out last stream, but dude, thank you, man. Like, first of all, just thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a long-term viewer. Thank you for your help on the GoFundMe, and just like thanks for the chat, just talking about being fathers and stuff like that. I I always love chatting with viewers and stuff like that, especially long-term viewers like yourself. But it is always nice to have a chat with like a fellow father raising a son and stuff like that. Uh, it's always cathartic to hear people see some of the same stuff I see in my own kids, like, and them also with raising theirs. We're just talking about like how sometimes your kids can inspire you and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's very true. Not that there's anything wrong with not having a kid. It's okay. I'm not one of these people that's like, dude, you have to have kids, repopulate the earth. It's just, I will say the one thing about having kids is talking to someone who's never had kids about having kid experience. It's usually hard, and I'm saying I was the same way. It's usually harder for them to comprehend until they actually have a kid themselves. Um, just the ups and the downs, both things. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't think everybody needs to have kids. I don't think everybody needs the experience. But I will say it is a very life-changing, inspiring, and to be frank, one of the most fulfilling things ever in life for me. But the way I live is not the way everybody needs to live. Anyway, what beat pad above the keyboard? Oh, this thing. This is I think it's called the Vivar. It's just a really simple mix pad. Um, it's to be honest, it's so basic that it still connects through like male female mic jacks and stuff like that. It doesn't even use like USB-C to connect. So it's a bit antiquated. It's mostly just so I can do silly little things like, oh, Deco, why don't you come up here? Come on up, silly boy. Oh, my poor baby just needs some attention. It's like super basic. I think I bought it at Walmart for like $27 or something, so nothing too fantastic. It does the job. The only thing I will say that's kind of a downside on it is like the fact that it does use a mic jack, like an old school mic jack to connect, means I can't run as much stuff through the mixer. There's probably some other way I could work around it or something, like do like a multi-jack input or something. Here, come on up here, silly boy. Oh my goodness, this is my lovely baby. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Here. You can just sit like this, okay? You want to just sit normal like this? That's a good boy. Just a good boy, baby boy. Um, what else we got going on? Hold on, let me check out. Yeah, I hope the donos help. Dude, me viewer too. They help like a ton. I mean, like you're literally like helping me rebuild a place to live in. Like I can't reiterate it enough of how much that helped. Like that was like a massive lifesaver. Um, Insurance adjuster still hasn't come out. FEMA, they finally came out. This is like 3 weeks later. They came out to the house today. And you know what their input was? Your place don't look that bad. Your neighborhood doesn't look like it got hit bad at all. It's like we've had 3 weeks to like kind of pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. Like you just finally got here, FEMA. What the fuck are you talking about? Like the dude was super rude. Like I tried to be as polite as possible. I was like, "Thank you for taking the time out of your day, sir." Like, these are the people that decide whether or not they're going to give you money to help, rebuild your house. buy all the groceries you lost, all different types of stuff, And so I'm trying to be as polite as possible because I'm not going to lie to you. I want that help. Dude was ultra rude. Like, he couldn't find my house, so I walked down to the clubhouse because that's where that's the only place he could find. So I walked down there to find him, and then um, he was like, "Aren't you going to drive back?" And I'm like, "No, I just walked down here to like make sure you could get back okay." And he was like, "Man, now I gotta follow you in my car while you walk." And I'm like, I apologize. You know, right now my car is like in the middle of like, I just put this finish on it for like cleaning it, and it was like you leave it out of the sun for a certain amount of time, and I was just like, okay, sorry, I just left my car out there for a second that it needs to dry. It had like, when you put that spot stuff on there for like marks and dents on your car, I've got some like rust spots and dent marks from stuff hitting it from the storm. So you put that on there, and I didn't really want to drive around, and I wanted to keep it on my carport. No, my car was pretty good for the most part. I'm really lucky. It just had like minor nicks and stuff like that. I was super lucky. Even my carport that collapsed, my car was just back far enough to not get hit by my carport. So, you know, um, I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I don't know what you want to say, but I'm super lucky. I only have one car. You know, I love that car too, man. The 2003 Toyota Camry got all the hot features like tape player, CD player, air condition. Did I say tape player yet? Sick, man. When you get up past 40 miles an hour, you can't even hear anything because the engine is like only like a couple sheets of plastic between you and the engine. But man, that thing, it's only got 30,000 miles on it when I bought it. So think about that. That's what a steal, right? I love that car, man. All right. Let me just catch up with chat and stuff here. Yeah, I don't really know much about mixing. I'm gonna be honest with you, Dre. I don't really know. I don't know a lot about it. I'm actually probably pretty bad at it. I was messing with it one night, running everything through it, and like my voice was too low, and then the desktop audio was too loud, and oh man, what a mess! What a mess! But it does have like the funny sounds. I like funny sounds. Let's see, do they work still? Let me see. I don't know if I couldn't see if did that work? No, it's not working right. I disconnected it last night because I used one of the cords from it to connect a PS5 controller. So now I've got to set the whole dang thing up again. That's my high-tech solution. Just disconnecting other stuff to reconnect other things. Very slick, very cool. Oh, Osaka Shogun, what's up, dude? Glad to see. I drive an 032. Dude, I love my 2003 Camry. It's white. The inside is like 1990s tan color. It's a very simple car that gets the job done. If I knew how to add like stuff to it, I would, but I don't. I would probably screw it up if I tried to do stuff like that. Like I'd love to put a body kit on it. That would be so funny. To put a body kit on an old car like that. Oh God, that would be hilarious. But I have no idea how to do any of that stuff, and I'm not gonna pay professionally to have a body kit installed and painted. That would be ludicrous. And I don't mean the rapper either. If it works, I mean, yeah, exactly. If it works, dude, not only does it work, but it's a beauty. I've only had to have the starter replaced, have the air conditioned pump full of Freon because it was like really low on that. But other than that, that's the only problems I've had. Oh, and it was missing hubcaps. I had to buy like $27 hubcaps on Amazon. You have too many hobbies? No, I don't think so. Just like lump them all into one hobby. That way you can evade her her mention of too many hobbies. You just be like, my hobby is multimedia. I like Just add multi onto it, and then you're okay. Then it's just one hobby. Multi-projects. That's what I'm into. Multi-projects. What's that? I like to keep a multitude of projects as my hobby. Try to condense it. Jacqueline, what's up? Why were you? I usually don't cuss. You're right, Jacqueline. I'm sorry. I rarely do cuss. Really, I try. Like if I do start to cuss too much, I call myself out on it. For the most part, I'm family friendly. All right. I'll warn you in the future, okay, Jacqueline? I'll put like a disclaimer like minutes before. I want to get a body kit on a van, dude. Yeah. Oh, like a Bosozoku van? Yeah, that'd be sick, dude. That'd be awesome. And then get like some kind of really like Japanglish title on it, like Speed Tribe or something like that. The Dre Hobby. Yeah, just call it the Dre Hobby. That's an excellent idea, Daniel. Yeah, dude, Bosozoku have crazy stuff, dude, especially with their like spoilers on the back, dude, and their like fins and everything they put on the back of stuff. It looks insane. All right, let's see. Did anybody else? I just want to make sure I'm saying hi to everyone. Oh, wait. Here's one I almost missed. Aspartame brain tumor. If a female employee is that bad, I'd hate to encounter an IRS agent. Oh, you're talking about my mom? Because my mom worked for the IRS. You dissing my mom, bro? She don't work for him anymore. But I'd say honestly, like I mean, I've met quite a few IRS people. Their biggest thing is just when they call you out on some kind of discrepancy, if you work with them, they'll often give you like a massive break. Like they'll be like, all right, you forgot to pay this, but we'll only charge you half of what you forgot to pay. If you like just show them everything and you're honest, they always try to cut people a break. But if you're just a big a-hole from the start, connect it. What? OBS reconnect it. Yo, what happened? That was weird. I had like a massive dip. Am I okay? Did I cut out for a second? That was weird. I'm back to like my normal amount of kilobytes per second, but for a second I dipped to like almost none. That was weird. What happened there? Did you download something? Me? Yeah. That was weird. I just had like a massive dip. Well, I don't know. I thought like maybe like a Minecraft mod or something like that. Yeah. Sorry, I got cream cheese all over my hand. Am I okay here? It dropped hard. Yeah, that was weird. Like out of nowhere, it suddenly. Oh, you know what? Let me just check. Sometimes like Steam just starts like up. Downloads. No, Steam wasn't doing anything. Man, dude, I bought Dragon's Dogma 2. Like I was so hyped for that game. I've only played probably like an hour of it, and I'm not able to really get into it. I don't know what it is, but it just couldn't capture my interest yet. Maybe I got to get deeper into it or something. All right. What's up, Humpty? What were you saying though? Oh, actually, Humpty, you're the one who just said about the D&D, right? Let me go back up there and check. Holy cow. Those were the days, summer weekends, all night, PS1, N64 in my friend's backyard. Dude, Japan himself, you know the good times, man. You got the perfect memory berries. That's exactly what I'm talking about. GoldenEye comes out for the N64 and you play it for like 48 hours straight. Heck yeah, man. Personally love the idea of having kids, but I kind of think it will be selfish, especially since I want them to avoid the same trauma I had growing up. I feel like if it's right, like if it's the right time and the right situation for you, it'll just kind of come naturally. like there isn't really ever the perfect situation in which to have kids, I feel like, and kids never come with an instruction booklet, so it's just kind of up to you to figure out how to raise them, what to do with them. I totally understand what you're talking about, Ikram, with like I've had other friends tell me the same thing where they're just afraid to have things repeated. But I feel like if you find a good partner with a level head on their shoulders and you guys both agree, like you both are interested in the idea of raising children and like the money's okay and life's going pretty well. Um, I'd say it's like just, it's one of the most fulfilling things you'll ever do in your life. There will be times where you'll be, of course, stressed out. There'll be times where um, you'll question yourself as a parent. You'll be like, am I really an adult? Am I really a parent? But what you're going to find out is everybody does that. Everybody questions themselves multiple times through raising a kid. Nobody's like, I know how to adult correctly and I am the perfect parent. Well, there's probably some ultra narcissists that are like that, but the average adult parent is like that. Kitty, my beautiful kitty cat, Deco-chan. He's so cute and beautiful. He's kind of hiding away. He's hoping I drop some food while I'm eating. That's what he's doing. He's hovering under there. Um, my college days free time was spent on the turntables. Nice, man. Maybe when my kids get older, I might get back into it. Dre, I totally understand what you're talking about. There's some other hobbies too where I'm just like, oh wait, oh shoot, wait, what just happened there? Dude, Aspartame, thank you, man. Random unrested memory. I remember when you were riding a Japanese subway and some guy was rude to you. You got so angry you had to make a video. LOL, you were ready to throw down. Dude, I remember that situation. That was like super uncalled for. Okay, I'll explain what situation he's talking about. So, I'm waiting for the train, and the train I'm talking about is one that like would come, I think like every 30 to 45 minutes. So it's like one you definitely want to get on. It was not super crowded. Um, and the area I was parked at to get on was the area for wheelchairs, elderly, pregnant women, and kids in a pram or a what do you call a pram in not Australian English? Like a kid's buggy type thing, the push cart thing, a kid's cart thing. I'm about to get on there, and this dude just stands in front, like literally stands like hands out like this, legs spread, holding on to it. And I'm just like, what? Like, and there's like nothing behind him. The train car is like almost completely empty. And I'm going in the area that like it doesn't even have seats. All there is like a bar for like someone with a wheelchair to pull themselves closer, or like I guess like to I don't know what else would you use the bar for? Like some kind of steadying of yourself. But it's like wheelchair, children's baby cart, etc. area. And that's where I'm headed for. And this guy's standing in front of the door that leads to that. So I have a choice of like, I can try to push it all the way down to the other door. And by that time, probably the doors would close and I'd miss the train and have to wait another 45 minutes. This is after I've just finished work and I'm taking my kid home. I'm tired as hell. And he just won't move. And I'm just like, I'm making the motion that I'm like, simasen, like trying to get on. He just wouldn't move. I don't know what his situation, like why. He was probably like, he wasn't drunk because it was in the middle of the day. It was like 4:30 p.m. Like when, you're right, you're right. In Japan, some people can be drunk in them. Maybe he was. I really don't know. I didn't smell alcohol on him though. So like I keep trying to push forward and he won't move. And I don't know why. It's not like a stuffed car where like, there's nowhere to go. This is literally like a car that has like maybe 6 people on it and he's standing in front of the door. And so I push it a little bit more and then you hear the bing, like that means they're about to close. So I just push it all the way and slam into this dude's shin with my baby cart. And he backs away and looks at me shocked, like, and he like touches his shin, like, and I'm just like, what do you want me to do? And like he starts like muttering under his breath, like, that this a-hole, this jackass, this, and I'm just like, this is a Japanese guy, by the way. It's not a gaijin or anything. So it wasn't. I thought it would like an old person. Sometimes I realize like they get annoyed by like younger kids and stuff, but this was like a like mid-30s guy, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, what is this dude's problem? Like, so I had just come from work, so all my tattoos are covered up. I've got like the long sleeves on and everything like that. And underneath I had like a tank top like this. So I was like, all right, if this dude's gonna get hostile, I'll just take off the shirt and then he'll calm down, because everybody who saw my tattoos on the train, the first thing they would do is just like back away and move away from me. And this is actually out in like really more Inaka type area, countryside more type area, like closer to like Kobe. Yeah, it was like Shukugawa. Yeah, like Shukugawa's not quite the same as Osaka. So I do that. I take off the shirt, I take off like the sleeves and everything, and then I'm down to this. And all of a sudden, like the dude turns pale, pushes himself up against the exit door, and as soon as we get to the next stop, he like sprints off of there. And it's like, what the hell? Like this guy's crazy. I don't know what his deal was, but he was super pissed. I just tried to come onto the baby cart area with my baby in a cart, and I'm just like, yo, what the hell? To this day, I'll never understand what the hell this guy's problem was. I didn't like, did he want to start a fight? Did he want to like be a jerk for no reason? Like, you know, I don't get it. I don't understand. They're just a crazy person, I think, just crazy. But dude, thank you, Aspertine. Like, it's a good, funny memory, dude. Um, and thank you for the donation, man. It means a lot, dude. I appreciate it, man. Okay, sorry. Let me get back to saying hi. Um, I just feel like a 43-year-old teenager, dude. Dre, thank you, man. Okay, I'm really glad you said that. Yeah. So Dre's saying like even at 43, he still feels like he's a teen. Yeah, I know exactly that feeling. Like you're an adult now, you're raising a kid, you feel like you should be like this wise stoic man who like knows the path he has, you know, weaved for the future of his child, and it's just like, no, we're just kind of like, oh, I guess today we'll do this. That sounds cool. Does my kid like it? All right, cool. Like you still feel like, you know, I finished college. I know I'm a couple years down the road here. I guess I'm like an adult now with a kid. Like you, there's no like point where like after you have a kid or become an adult, like for a family and everything like that, that you feel like, uh-oh, adult mode on. But the thing is, you will have people around who tell you like you've changed and stuff. They'll be like, well, you've gotten like more mature and everything. I'm really? Am I really more mature now? Like, I don't feel more mature. I don't feel that different. And they're like, oh no, the way you like, you know, handle your kids and like talk now is very. I'm just like, okay, I feel like I'm still the same Scott, but okay, I got you. What's going on with my camera? It's like refocusing over and over again. So weird. Um, yeah, Daniel, you remember that story? Yeah. Phil Moon, welcome. Glad to see you on there. Super Chato. Or no, it's just called Super Cha. Is that what I've never even heard that one. That's a new vocab for me. I didn't know they compressed that. The one Japanese word that really shocked me, um, Smash Brothers. How do you say it's Smabra? No, like the short Smabra. Smabra is for Smash Brothers. Like that was one abbreviation or like slang for that word in Japanese that like I was like, what? What is that game? And they're like, you know, with like Mario fights Kirby. I'm Smash Brothers, and like, yeah, Smarbro. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. My son whispered, because it's a Japanese maker, that's why. And he's totally right. He's 100% on the ball. Tom12, welcome, bud. What's up? Everything's going pretty good so far. I worked a lot on fixing a part of my roof today. A lot of hard work on that. I painted some parts of my house that got like a lot of wear and tear with some exterior paint. I've been trying to research how to epoxy my driveway, but I'm not totally sure how to do that yet. So I need to research more. Oh, I got the hiccups and the burps all at the same time. Oh, who else we got? Trent Briggs. Trent Briggs verified. Okay, Asians, very, very rude. No, I mean, no, dude, that's the total exception for the Japanese. The Japanese in general are very, very polite. You know, I still have times where I've come off the train before and started looking at my phone for a map, and some nice Japanese lady comes up and is like, "Are you lost? Do you need to find out?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, though." Like, like they've at Namba and stuff like that. I've definitely had people try to come up and help me find a place. Even to this, 12 to 15 years later after I had been there. So in general, I see the Japanese as mostly polite for the most part. I'd say that's like one of their best qualities is how polite the Japanese are. That was just, I'm pretty sure it was just like a mentally unstable person. My one friend who used to work at the embassy, he would sometimes run into like some strange like conspiracy theory Japanese people who would like walk up to him and start telling him crazy stuff. And there's just certain places that attracts the crazies of any area of the world. America's no different. There's crazies at a certain place too. I remember him telling me one story about this guy who like he had this whole theory about that. Like Sean, his name's Sean. He worked as like a guard for the embassy. It's actually the consulate, not the embassy. Same thing though, pretty much. And there was this day where like a guy came up to him and started telling him like he knew why he was wearing a purple shirt because that day he was wearing like a purple suit shirt. And he was like, "Oh, all right. Why?" And he's like, "It's because you're part of the secret government. There's red government and blue government. I've seen how the US works, but you're the secret in between government." And he's like, "I'm just a guard out in front of the embassy. Like I have nothing to do with like government operations that are political. Like I'm just here to protect." He's like, "No, you're part of the secret underground purple unit." And this guy, like he started to get, more and more wild about it to a point where they found out he had a phone number that was like it was like some kind of, I don't know if it was like a necklace or a bracelet. I forget exactly what it was, but it said like, "If I'm having a problem, please call this." And Sean finally realized that he saw the tag and he was like, "Hey, can I call that real quick?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, you better call it." And he called the number and it was the guy's brother, and he showed up and was like, "Sorry, my brother's got a lot of like mental problems and stuff. I apologize." And Sean, like, it's totally okay, man. Don't worry about it. Like, um, he's a really good dude. He's like a really, really, really good dude. Like salt of the earth type of good people, Sean is. And, of course, like, Sean stayed calm. He didn't overreact or anything like that. He was just very confused why this guy was freaking out about his purple shirt for the day. So, and the embassy would get weird stuff like that. I know like the Korean embassy too gets a lot of crazies. They're from, oh, what's the group? I forget what the group's called, but they're kind of like this racist group that like hates Korean people, and they'll like drive these trucks and try to like break stuff out in front of the Korean embassy and stuff like that. So you just got like certain places in certain cities that just kind of attract the crazies and stuff like that. And probably that's what was going on. There was probably some sort of thing like maybe there was an asylum nearby or something. I don't know. But that guy definitely had some sort of mental issue going on. So can't stay mad. Oh shoot, what is it trying to do? Okay, there we go. Um okay. Yeah, people can just be rude in general. Jonah, you're completely correct. I 100% agree with you on that. Ackerman Sensei, Phil Moon, you're so uh you're so business level polite. How has the recovering process been so far? That's a good question. So you guys saw I've updated the GoFundMe that my undercrawl got fixed, which I mean, you guys did that. That's you guys helping that get fixed. The other parts have been way harder to get somebody. Like, what is up with calling contractors, them assigning a day and a time, and then never showing up? Today, another one for my gutters. Never showed up. Never ever showed up. And this was like through Thumbtack too. Like, that's my first time ever using Thumbtack. Well, that didn't work at all. Cut-Rite aluminum. Don't suggest ever using them because they don't show up when you. So that's another one. I have one guy so far, this guy named Steven, who just moved here from Virginia to start an expansion of his construction business. This is the only guy who's been responsible enough to show up every single time I've called him out to do something. And the only thing holding him back right now is parts are still missing for getting a lot of this stuff fixed. So, for example, my carport, he's ready to fix it. He knows exactly what it needs. 4 to 6 weeks to wait for the parts because everybody lost a carport for like the next, however many miles. So the good part is things are slowly getting restored, slowly getting fixed. The bad part is the wait is not fun. And I told everybody about FEMA today. FEMA finally came out 3 weeks later and told us, you guys don't have a big problem. This place looks fine. And thank you for telling us that after we've had 3 weeks to clean up. My windows are still broken. My gutters are still hanging from my roof. I've just only figured out how to seal up one part of my roof today in the lanai. But thank you for telling me I'm A-okay. I really appreciate it, bud. I mean, if that's what FEMA's job is, I can do that. I can come out to somebody's house, look at it, how it's broken, and tell them you don't need help. I can do that. A pretty easy job. So they offered exactly 0 assistance. Great. Thank you for wasting my time. 3 weeks after I already filed my FEMA report. And you know what the worst part is? You want to hear the most insulting aspect? I tried to fill out the online version first, and I kept getting this thing. It would say identity error. And so they said, if you keep getting this error, you need to call. So I called to talk to an actual representative, waiting for hours and hours and hours. Finally, somebody answers, and they're like, what's the reason you're not doing the online form? And I was like, I don't know. I keep getting identity error. And they're like, okay, I see what it is here. Have you been gone from America for a long time? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is like my second year back. And they're like, yeah, sometimes they worry about scams when someone's been gone for a long time. And I was like, okay, I'm not sure what kind of scam that would be. I mean, I never stopped being an American citizen, right? And they're like, yeah, that's true. But like, sometimes people leave the country and then just try to, get free money from FEMA. And I'm like, who? Like, what does that got to do with me? And they're like, so when you've been gone as long as identity error comes up because we're not totally sure you're an American citizen again. And it's like, I never stopped. What are you talking about? Like, whatever, man. Whatever. Small bra. Oh, they used to call it that? Okay, that's cool, man. I want to be a part of the secret in-between government. Well, we all need to start wearing purple shirts then, Jonah. I'll buy, a pack for everybody. I wear extra small, so I don't care how big you are or how short you are. You're going to be wearing size extra small tank top. I hope it works out. FEMA is only going to help if your house has a tree in it or you can't live in it. Yeah, I think that's what they were looking for because they told us our neighborhood was fine, where like people are still missing like their entire roof, a wall of their entire house. I still have like 3 broken windows, my carport busted, my lanai bowed out so that like water can get in underneath. One of the doors on there busted, and they were just like, "Oh, no biggie, dude. This place is fine." And it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess like I can sleep in my bed and I have air conditioning, so okay. Sorry for bothering you. I just thought, after a disaster, you reach out for help and maybe, whatever. Silly me using government resources that I've paid taxes for. We can all buy an Akia. Yeah, what did you guys think of that today? Talking about the Akia. If you guys don't know, if you're just tuning in now, Akia is a free house that you can get in Japan, but you do take on a lot of responsibility with it. You need to take on, obviously, the property tax, the land tax. Sometimes you have to take on the farming land that comes with it. almost always they need refurbishing and stuff like that. It's just, I have actually gotten a lot of people asking me about that. Some of the people who write to me about it seem like they've researched it pretty well. I've had one guy who I had like a pretty long back and forth with. Um, he's saving up to go there, and he sounds like he's gotten an intelligent idea. He's saving up a bunch of cash before he goes. I think he's coming with like about 50K in cash. Well, not in cash, but 50K to come, build the place back up. So he's kind of got the right idea. You need to be coming over to Japan with a good deal in your bank account, because you are going to be not just buying a house, but investing and refurbishing it pretty much. But I've had other people who are just like, yo, man, I'm never going to give up the dream. I'm going to buy the first IKEA I see and open up an arcade. Yeah. And I'm just like, well, what? What? In the middle of the countryside, next to nothing, in an area that might just be residential when you can't run a business at? So, okay. Okay, maybe you don't even have electricity there. Like, I mean, you do you, bro. Whatevs. Okay, Alejandra's on, and No Name. Welcome, both of you, both returning. All right, Alejandra, glad. Hope we didn't completely scare you away last night, Alejandra. I know our conversation got weird. We'll leave those on Discord for now. It's the perfect crime. Let me just I'm catching up with everything everybody's saying. I try not to miss anything. Let's see here. I learned not to be rude. A girl beat the absolute crap out of me when I was 17. Oh, okay. Well, is that what taught you not to be rude? Like, were you rude before that beating, and then after you were? I'm sorry you got beat up, though. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. I don't know how to respond to that. I used to be rude, but then I got beat up by a girl. All right. Well, okay. Lesson learned. We can start our own secret in-between government. It's QAnon. Republican nuts. There's actually people in Japan who know about QAnon, and like they actually like follow some of the stuff in that. And one of the kids who went to a school with my eldest son, he didn't get kicked out of the school, but he made like such a mess of his life there that like multiple parents were angry at him because he had done stuff like he like ripped one kid's shirt, broke another kid's backpack, got into a fight. Yeah, it was that kid who was like totally not Kenny. Kenny didn't do it. Can you imagine Kenny being? It was the one he had like swimming lessons with that kid. You remember? Like he had swimming lessons at Nas Fitness with that kid. Remember that kid like was like he went totally nuts, and like his parents took him out of the school because a lot of the other parents were like mad at him for like getting into fights, pushing another kid. Like he like ripped one kid's shirt and broke another kid's backpack, and like his parents had to come to so many parent teacher conferences that I guess they felt like they had lost face. And Kenny never got into a fight or anything with him. My son Kenny is a very peaceful boy. Although that one time in middle school, he hit that one kid. That kid deserved it, though. So the kid's parents withdrew him from the school, and he started going to another one. And for a while, like the mom was totally like cool with us and everything. And then she started sending my wife like a bunch of stuff from QAnon that she was like, "Have you heard about this and this conspiracy?" And it's like, "Oh, what?" Like. And she's like, "Where is this from?" And I was like, "That sounds like QAnon." And so she asked, she's like, "Is this like QAnon stuff?" And the lady was like, "Yeah. Oh, you part of it too? Like, you believe it? It's awesome." And I'm like, "Oh no, what the heck?" So it does spread to Japan. Some of that stuff does get to Japan. John and Bob, Shadow Wizard Money Gang, sponsored by the Shadow Government. What is this one? I love Shadow Wizard Money Gang. I like this. This sounds amazing. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Florida has island time where contractors show up when they feel like it. Maybe you're right, dude. I have been thoroughly disappointed with scheduling a contractor. Maybe that's why the only guy who's shown up is the guy from Virginia. because everybody. I love Florida. I really do. Like, Florida will always have a piece of my heart because I've grown up here and, I lived nearly 20 years of my life here. Um, so I have like, a deep love for Florida, and I don't care if every Florida man story makes this place look bad. I still love it. There's a certain amount of balanced anarchy that goes on out here that I absolutely love. But yeah, man, there's some things where I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, how can you not like, you know, show up to an appointment you schedule? Like, that was one where the guy's like actually part of an entire company too. It's not just like an individual contractor. He's part of a company called Cut Right Aluminum. And like he just never showed up today. Just whatever. I guess thumbtack isn't really that useful when it comes to contractors. I tagged you in the meme on disc. Okay, FEMA is only gonna help. Oh, okay. I read this already. Oh, how did I get so far behind? I have a nice purple Majora's Mask shirt. Majora's Mask is so cool. Um, let's see. I just got here. America sends billions of dollars overseas while not helping American citizens. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating. Um, you know, I wish the best for people overseas. I don't want to see anybody on any side of anything injured, hurt, maimed, or whatever. Like, I hate violence. I hate seeing violence being perpetrated between any side on other, no matter what side is fighting what. I feel like too many innocents are hurt on both sides. Um, and I'm not even about to try and start any sort of conversation about, Gaza, Ukraine, Hamas, or Palestine, or anything like that. I don't want to see innocent people hurt anywhere in the world, right? Even I know like people are really angry at Russia, but I feel like there's innocent Russians too who are being hurt. And I don't want to see that either. I just don't want to see the innocent hurt. Um, I also don't want to have all my tax money go overseas when I'm watching my neighborhood be in rubble here. Feel how you want to feel about that. But if you were in my situation, you would also wonder, why are we giving out billions when I'm not saying this like as someone who's like, oh, I support Trump, I support Biden, I support Harris. Fuck them all, dude. I hate them all equally. I'm not a fan of politics or politicians. They're all liars and beggars for trying to line their pockets with our money. So, but I can't I can't see the reason why, people all the way up in North Carolina even are still struggling to get things rebuilt when we're helping to pay for other parts of the world get rebuilt before our own, hardworking American citizens paying taxes. It's insane to me. Why do we have FEMA? It makes no sense, man. FEMA has got to get their act together. Yeah, I wish they would. Um, What else we got here? Okay, Pepgar, do you think speaking Japanese can be the difference between staying or leaving? Ryan Boundless spoke Japanese and left anyway. I do think it's a massive part of staying or leaving. Like if you never ever learn to speak any Japanese at all, um, that's gonna make it really difficult long term. I mean, obviously, a ton more opportunities open up when you can speak Japanese. Yeah, it doesn't help you in America, I know. I mean, there could be certain jobs where it helps you in America, Maki. You just wait till you get older, you'll see. Um, with Ryan Boundless, look, I think Ryan is a decent dude. And I think there's a good heart inside of him. But I think there's also like a tortured part of him. Like I think there's some stuff that's happened to Ryan that's put his POV in a darker light than most of us see things in. Um, and I think he was really hurting a lot when he was in Japan. He had just gone through that divorce. Um, he was struggling with depression. Um, he had more than just not enjoying Japan going on. I think it wasn't that he couldn't enjoy Japan. I think he just couldn't enjoy life in general while he was in Japan. I think he was just in a dark place. There's videos of him when he was in Africa that he seems pretty happy. Now he's living in his car in Miami. I don't know. I got to check in on him, I guess. At some point, I got to try and watch some of these videos and see how he's doing. People ask me about him so much, man. I swear to God, like I hear more about Ryan on my channel than any other channel. And it's fine, dude. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm also interested. What is going on with Ryan right now? Honestly, I wish the best for him, dude. I hope whatever mindset he's in right now, it's in a brighter one. And he's able to pick the flowers from the weeds. You know what I mean? Pick out those nice things about life, even in a place full of weeds, I think that's what was really going on with him in Japan is that like he wasn't able to pick the flowers from the weeds. He just saw like an entire field of weeds and completely overlooked the flowers. There's so many beautiful things about living in Japan. There's so many really wonderful aspects of Japan. And yeah, of course, there's a bunch of negative stuff too. I talk about it all the time. But there's a balance, you know what I mean? If it was the worst place on earth, they wouldn't have a big population like they do. If it was the best place on earth, we'd all try to copy what they do. But it's somewhere in between those, in a gray area with the good and the bad, just like almost every country out there. Well, obviously there's some that are way worse, like North Korea. That's mostly in the bad. I wouldn't say that's in a gray area. That's in like a pitch black area, but you know what I mean, guys, right? I think you can disseminate what I'm saying by reading between the lines there. Oh yeah, nature nerd. There's something like 2,000 micro islands off the coast of Japan. It's like insane. Like it's incredible. For a while, you used to talk of possibly retiring in Indonesia. Has that shifted to the States now? Yeah, that's mostly shifted to the States now, Dre. It's mostly because my son has been put more on a path to learn like Western style. And now that he's here, we're here earlier than we expected as far as shifting the path in life that we were choosing. Also, I mean, we're here for me too. I mean, the pay was bad in Japan. It was getting real bad. Like jobs were barely paying over 2,000 a month for an English teacher, which is it's pretty bad for a guy who's in his 40s with a full family. That's not a livable wage. On top of it, we have a safety net here. We have family here. We got my parents close by. I have family up in Pennsylvania and Illinois and Maryland and stuff like that. We have family. So if we were going to retire, when we do retire, the only two places at this point would have been Japan or America. And right now, Japan's headed for one of the biggest earthquakes in the last 80 years with the Nankai Fault. So, I'm sorry, what, bud? Oh, 90 years. I'm sorry. My son's calling me out. Thank you, Maki. They're dealing with problems with the population plummeting, with Social Security most likely going to be erased eventually because the young can't keep up with the old. They're dealing with problems with benefits like slowly being crippled. They're dealing with an economy that continues to bomb out because they refuse to face reality, pretty much. I mean, I'm sorry. I have no nice way to put it other than like it's just being stubborn, like not doing any kind of rewards implemented for starting a family makes kind of no sense to me. I think Italy did it best where they like paid out a certain amount of money when their population was dipping. to the point that they eventually had to cancel it because people were almost scamming the government to have like a bunch of kids. Like people had like 10 kids to get like an extra 10K or something. Well, that'd be okay right now in Japan. I think if they had something like that, they could really spur some growth in the family area. Um, they continuously sell more adult diapers than baby diapers every year, just to give you an idea. Um, there's the threat of North Korea, who continuously seems to want to launch missiles towards Japan. There's a bunch of not so great things for retirement going on there right now. So we have a safety net in Japan with family there, but we also have a safety net in America with family here. And we also don't have the threat of like earthquakes or, I don't know, the economy here is not doing particularly great either. But it's not doing nearly as bad as Japan. So I guess the lesser of the two evils right now. And they're not evil. I'm not America, neither one's evil. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say here. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. Let me make sure I'm answering everybody here and just checking it all out here. Good question, though, bud. Good question. Do you think many people go to Japan hoping their depression will go away? Dude, Pep Guard, yes. Yes. This is a great question, and I've talked about this a couple times in different videos. Hold on, let me just go grab a drink real quick. I just finished off what I was drinking. I need more. I need more Crystal Light because I believe in me. Oh, what do you need, bud? Oh, you built something cool? All right, let me come on over and check it out. What do we got here, champ? Whoa, that roof is amazing, dude. I love how it gets pointy and stuff here. Jimbo bet, dude. This is nice, dude. Very, very cool. You want me to show my viewers? No, okay. I was gonna show a picture to send it over. Oh, you didn't finish it? Okay, all right. When you finish, I'll show them a picture, okay, bud? Very cool. You definitely have like a gift for architecture when it comes to Minecraft, dude. My son was showing me his latest build in Minecraft. Very cool. He is a really good builder in Minecraft. You would be shocked. I promise you. For a 12-year-old, his skills are far more advanced than I ever got with building in Minecraft. Okay, sorry, let me get back to here. Yeah, do you think many people go to Japan hoping their depression will go away, but it does not happen and it returns stronger than before? Yes, and yes. I have watched this go down over and over again. I always try to tell people, do not come to Japan to escape your depression. If anything, it'll get worse. With Nova, I saw that a lot. Just in like the 3 months that I worked for that company, there was multiple cases of that. People were trying to escape some sort of like mental anguish that they had back in the States, thinking like Japan was like paradise, and then they got there and you get stared at. It's very difficult to make friends when you first get there. You can't speak the language. You mostly only have work to lean on, and work was kind of cold when you worked for Nova, man. That was not a friendly company, to put it lightly. And of course, this plummeted them into even worse situation. Hold on. I've told the one story of the guy who like he was just like drinking all day when he worked for Nova. He was like one of my friend's roommates that you're kind of just like forced into having roommates. Like he didn't choose this guy. Nova would literally be like, okay, this is the apartment you're in. This guy's already living there, so he'll be your roommate. That's how it kind of worked. So he was put in with this guy who had been there. He'd been there like a month or two already, and he had already like tried to escape being an alcoholic in the States, but just become a profuse alcoholic in Japan because you can literally buy and drink alcohol all day long anywhere you want to drink it. So it's not the place to escape alcoholism. And this guy had just like, spiraled far worse than he ever had in America, to the point that he got a call one day that he was trying to commit suicide on the Umeda Sky building. And they had to like try to help him talk down the other guy. And that's crazy, dude. And that's just one story I had within the first couple months I was there. What was the other one? I was just about to talk about it. Oh, okay. There was the JET program girl who she was kind of like a shut-in back in her country, and thought when she went to Japan, there'd be people who were like, super interested in all the Japan stuff she was interested in. And they put her out in the JET program. And, it's usually they put you in the countryside with the JET program because they want to really get people exposed to foreigners in an area that doesn't really get foreigners too much, which totally makes sense. I think it's actually a really good idea of the Japanese government to do. Well, when she got there, of course, she was stared at like she was, an alien, because you are pretty much an alien when you get to the middle of Japan's countryside, especially when she was there back in like, it would have been like early 2000, probably like 2001, 2003. She would have been super rare. Blonde hair, blue eyes, guys or girls, you will be stared at because it's, not a common trait with the Japanese, if you didn't know. And this like drove her like totally nuts. Like it absolutely aggravated all the agoraphobic fears she had that she was trying to escape, thinking, I'll go to Japan. People there love the anime and manga I'm into. I'll be having tons of friends. It'll get me out of the house a bunch more. No. This happens like, I always tell people never, never, never leave for Japan to escape some sort of mental issue you're dealing with right now. It's the worst idea ever. At the same time, I kind of did it to a certain extent, so I shouldn't blame them for falling to this crutch. I did it to a certain extent. I had been dumped by a girlfriend at the time, and then I had applied to be a teacher at multiple places and been turned down for the job. And I was very depressed from that. But I was offered a teaching job in Japan, so that's kind of what I was looking for. Like I was kind of depressed because I wasn't getting a teaching job, and then I got offered a teaching job in Japan. So was I running away from my depression? Maybe, yeah, to a certain extent, yeah. But I did feel really fulfilled, like I had really done something amazing going to Japan and teaching. Like I was really, really, really excited. I remember when I first got there, every day I woke up, I felt like this is incredible. I cannot believe I'm here. And it felt like that for the only time it kind of got interrupted was when Nova went bankrupt, and I was like, this is incredible. Oh, also, I need to learn how to get an apartment and a new job. Oh boy. Like I soldiered through it though. I mean, I made it. It taught me a lot about Japan and Japanese very quickly. I don't know, like I may have done it to a certain extent, so I know I should listen to my own advice, but I felt pretty good going there, dude. I still have great memories of how I felt during that time. All right. But hey, Pepguard, amazing question, great question. Vault Gamer, sup, Scott? Been a fan for years. Vault Gamer, thank you, man. I always appreciate when I see somebody who's been around for a while. Thank you for sticking with me for so long. Matthew Escalona, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Happy Osoroshi Saturday, good sir. Happy Osoroshi Saturday to you too, Matt. I hope you're having a great one. Will your wife be able to practice dentistry here? No, unfortunately not. You can't transfer the license. It's ridiculous, right? People have said like, oh, but you could come here and be a dental hygienist, no problem at all. We'd accept you doing that. And she's like, hell no. Like that really pisses her off. Which, I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. How many years did she go to school to become a doctor, right? And then that's like you go to all this schooling, and then they're like, well, how about you just be a nurse? What about that? Nurse's assistant? What do you think? It's like, well, what the hell did I study all that time for? So she is not happy about that. Most likely when she does come out here, she will be like partially retiring pretty much. She does actually plan to try a kintsugi business, which I'm very excited for. I am behind her 100%. If you don't know what kintsugi is, it's when you have broken plates or broken cups that are usually very nice stuff, usually like fine china and stuff like that. And you seal it back together, you repair it by using melted gold. I'm sure there's probably a direct, more appropriate name for melted gold. But that's pretty much what you're doing. You're using melted gold to bond the stuff back together. You can then see the gold in the cracks and everything like that. And that is dedicated as one of the mediums for the art style known as wabi sabi, which is like broken things are still good things because they let us reflect on how we've made it past the harshest times in our life or become stronger after falling down. All right, let's see what else we got here. Jonah says, I'd also say that since I've been in the workforce around 2017, I've never felt like I've been in a thriving economy. Yeah, I'd say even when I graduated back in, when did I graduate? I want to say 2004. Is that correct? 2002? No, it would have been 2002, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I graduated class 2002. God, that's hard to remember. It's so long ago. I felt the same way. I never felt like I was in a thriving economy. I felt like it for a little bit in Japan. Like when I first got there in 2007, I worked night shift at Nova and it paid $3,000 a month, which it was a pretty good chunk of change for a gaijin working in Japan at that time. Like I think my rent was only $600, so I was living pretty good. Unfortunately, salaries just kept going lower and lower instead of higher and higher for English teachers. You'd be real lucky to find $3,000 a month for an English teaching job now. Sorry, very hungry. Maki the man. Yeah, Maki is a man. He's awesome. Um, Daniel, but I know Japanese anime. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I can't tell you how many people I met like that who came to Japan and were like, why did you come here? Oh, because I love anime and I want to talk to Japanese people about it. And it's just like, oh yeah, how are you going to talk? Maki hit it right on the head right away. He said, how the hell are you going to talk to them when you don't speak Japanese? And they're like, yeah, but like I'll learn, right? It's like, oh, okay. Good luck, man. Good luck. Yeah, I mean, I have seen some people who do talk about it later, but like it's not usually the main reason they came to Japan to begin with. It's yeah, they'll start talking to people about like they'll be like, "Have you seen Yokai Watch?" And they're like, "From like what 2013? What the hell are you talking about?" They're like, "Sorry, I just learned Japanese now. Now I can talk about Yokai Watch." You know, a show that's been canceled for like a decade. Awesome. Yeah, it was surprising. That was kind of shocking that that show got canceled. It got canceled after only like I think like it lasted only like 5 years or so. It was they came out with like the red cat first, right? A little bit after that blue cat came out, it got canceled. Like the sales all bombed. I don't know why. I'd have to. I watched one video on it, and I can't remember the whole story about what happened. But it was very interesting to me because I've never seen a beloved series like that. Like that was almost like as popular as Pokemon, and then it bombed into like nothingness, which was super shocking. I should cover that for like a future video because that's a really interesting study. Stuff like that doesn't normally happen in Japan. You what? Say again? There's a bunch of games that came out for. There's a bunch of games. There was like clothing, toys, movies. Unrested. I have a friend from Astrakhan that I would play chess with, and when the invasion started, he said, "By morning we will have tea in Kiev." I laughed so hard when that was not a reality. I somewhat understand. So, like you're saying, this is something he would shout when he would play chess during that time when the Ukraine war and stuff wasn't going on. And it was funny to you then. Okay, I get it, I get it, I get it. Very cool. Do you think oh no, Hermar went way too far back. Okay. So we need to spend and protect its deal, in my opinion. Japan recently did a survey where they, for all you used to talk possibly retire. Okay. As a country, we kind of put ourselves in a position to where we have to try and puff our chest out a bit, which then takes away from the home soil. I would say it'd be nice to bring money back, but nah, yeah, I do feel like we literally act as world police, and we do it while, trying to be world police for the whole of the world. Meanwhile, our citizens back in our own country get robbed, right? When I say robbed, I mean robbed by the government. Oh, let me see what you say here, Phil Moon. My friend who had been living in Osaka for 35 years and she recently has moved to Tokyo to start a new life. She enjoys some part of Tokyo, but she always says she feels distance in a relationship. Have you ever felt, whoa, what did it went down? Have you ever felt that, Scott? I mean, have you ever lived in Tokyo? Phil Moon, let me tell you one thing my friends and I always used to say. If you ask somebody for directions in Tokyo, they'll look at you like, who the hell are you? Turn around and give you the cold shoulder and walk off, probably not give you directions. If you ask for directions in Osaka, not only will you get directions and a person who will walk with you, but they'll also tell you about the great bargain they got on the t-shirt they're wearing. That's one thing my friends and I always used to say about how different Osaka and Tokyo are. Yeah, Tokyo feels way colder to me. I quite frankly do not like Tokyo. And I know people are going to hate me saying that. I've been to Tokyo 4 or 5 times at this point. And yeah, I've had plenty of time to like walk around there, stay in a capsule hotel, hang out with YouTube friends. I went there for the YouTube meetup. I went there to hang out with a friend who had visited from Kyushu area. I went there for, I think, a wedding that my wife's friend had, and there was some other reason I went there. Been to Akihabara, been to Shibuya, been to all the famous places. I hate it. I hate it because not only is it way more crowded than Osaka, like infinitely more crowded than Osaka, but it feels soulless at times. And like I know some people who've only lived in Tokyo or they love Tokyo or they feel like a strong connection to it. That's fine, man. I'm sure if I lived there long enough, I'd eventually start to find, the secret nice little places like you do when you've lived in a city a long time. You find like the little niche places or like a little cachet of cool shops or bars or clubs or whatever. But I felt like I found those things almost right away when I lived in Osaka. Like I was finding all kinds of neat little things. And the reason I was literally because of Osaka people. Like literally being like, dude, have you seen this sushi bar? This sushi bar is so crazy. And they'd show me a place where it looks like it's just a phone booth, but you put your hand on it and it flips around and enters into this like secret shop in the back that has this crazy theme of like being a hidden away sushi shop that they served raw chicken sushi, which was insane to me. And then I had steak sushi for the first time. And this is just like a Japanese person I worked with at an English job who was like, yo, I got to show you this sick place. And like, that's how Osaka people are. Like, they're willing to talk to you. They're willing to, you know, discuss their favorite things with you. They're willing to talk about the bargain they got on a great t-shirt that they're wearing and stuff like that. Some, bachan on the train will sometimes tell you something like that, like, oh, I've been like drawing on the train before, and an obachan next to me been like, oh, it's such a good hobby because it's so cheap and free pretty much to be an artist, like drawing in a sketchbook. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And she's like, yeah, I sometimes still sketch to this day, like when I'm at home. And like, you'd never have a Tokyo person do that. They just be like, this weirdo's drawing. Creepy. I'm gonna move my seat. The gaijin. Don't get me wrong. There's Osaka people who hate gaijin too. I just feel way colder in Tokyo. I just feel like it's a way colder shoulder in Tokyo. And people I'm sure could argue against that point, but a feeling is a feeling, man. It's subjective, and subjectively, that's how I feel. I'm sure there's groups online with Japanese people who want to meet people from other countries. No, I don't see how it could be hard to meet people. There's like specific websites. There's like, I forget one, it's called like Pen Pal something or other. And like that's all it's there to be, is an exchange program. You learn each other's language. You want to meet somebody from the other country. Um, you can, only do letters if you want, only do, not Skype, Zoom, I guess is what people use these days on something like that kind of site. Back when I first saw it ever, it was like Skype and stuff like that. But anyway, like there is sites like that. Yeah, of course. When you say meet people though, like do you mean like meet somebody to like start a strong friendship, or meet someone just to be like, we will go eat at a restaurant and talk about our countries. Bye, never see you again. See you. Like how how deep of a meeting do you want? Like what do you mean by that? Like to make like a long-term friend. It is a little more difficult in Japan than it is like in the States. Um, for example, I've worked here going on 2 years now at the school I work at now, and I'd say at least one of the people I work with there is now like my good friend. I would consider him like a close personal good friend. And I'd be there for him for anything he needed, and he's been there for me for anything I needed. I helped him even move into his new place and stuff like that. It's a good friendship. I made it pretty quick. Um, we connected because we both have ADHD and have nerdy hobbies and stuff like that. Um, then in Japan, I can't say there's really any place I ever worked at that I started long lasting connected relationships that lasted deep into the job or way past the job. Uh, and maybe that's me. Maybe I'm just bad at communicating. Maybe it's my fault for not getting better at Japanese. Um, maybe who I am and what I do is a bit too foreign to some Japanese people out there. Who knows? But from my own personal experience, I feel like it's not hard to meet people in Japan. You can do that. There's plenty of ways to do it, but it's hard to create long-lasting friendships with people in Japan. And it would be a really interesting debate to have online with another gaijin about why it is or why it isn't. I would love to have that conversation with someone online who feel like it is super easy to make long-term lasting friendships in Japan. And I'd love to hear what their points are. Maybe they would show me a way that they approached it that I had never even considered. I'm more than willing to be open to the idea that I am not a great communicator, or I'm not a great friend maker. There's something moving out there that feels like gigantic. What is it, just someone with like a massive amount of bass or something? Um, it's a good question though, man. It's a good question. Uh, All right. Let's see. Pretty wild. You went to Japan to teach, and not you're married and and now you're married with kids. Yeah, yeah, Alejandra. My goal, my goal was to get a teaching job, and my friends who had done it, who taught me like this is the place you go to interview and things like that. They lasted less than 1 year or only 1 year. And my goal, I was like, guys, I'll bet I can last 2 years. And they're like, I don't know, man. Um, it wasn't, it wasn't great for us, man. We felt like weirdos out there. It was people looked at us and stared, and some people would laugh and be like, "Hello, American," and stuff like that. And I thought, like, that doesn't really sound too bad. Um, lasted 1 year. First year was pretty rough because my company I worked for went bankrupt. Um, made some friends. Most of them went home. I came over with about, I was, it must have been like 60 teachers or something like that. I can't remember the exact number. And it was by the time the first year ended, it was me and 3 other teachers who had lasted. Um, year two was, I think that was a hard year. The year two was kind of hard because you don't see anything about Japan that's like, oh, wowie zowie, this is the great honeymoon period where everything is amazing to me. After 2 years, you're kind of like, oh, damn, this is my life now. Like, I know how everything works here and nothing's unique or exciting. It's just everyday, blase, run of the mill stuff for me because I've been living here so long. And so you start to question, like, do I want to keep living here? But what happened actually in the second year too is I actually started to learn to speak Japanese, to the point that I could get more out of my environment than I had when I'd first gotten there and could speak zero Japanese. Um, and so slowly but surely, I learned enough to communicate, get to learn new places, new things, new people, new jobs, a better apartment. Um, And I was like, well, this is pretty good now. I had a decent job. And then, of course, by the end of the second year, I met my wife. And then things got even better. I moved in with my wife. I realized this is the most amazing, wise, put together, good head on her shoulders lady I have ever met in my life. I want to marry this lady. Um, and I did. And she accepted. I was lucky she accepted. And then from there, she had the plan. She was like, I want to have kids. And I was like, all right, I think I can probably handle kids. All right, let's see what. And then we did. We had our first kid, and I thought, like, this is amazing. I don't know why I was ever opposed to having kids. Kids are incredible. Then we had another, and I was like, oh, we are locked in. We are full speed ahead. I will say though, it's kind of crazy. Like before I was about 29, when I was like in my early 20s, I was like, no, I'm never gonna have kids. I don't even know if I'm gonna get married and stuff. Like then as you get older, you realize, maybe I don't want to be forever alone. Not that there's anything wrong. I have people who work with who are alone, never married, never even tried to be married, and they seem pretty happy. But that's not for me. I knew I needed an abundance of life around me, noise, people talking. I need the things that make the noise of life. Scott, you gotta do Osoroshi Memories or Unrested Memories series. So many epic memories. That's a good idea. Actually, Chiptooth, some people have talked to me about like they want me to refresh and like rehash. I had a series called like Unrestology, which was like about my full development of how my whole Osaka life began. From like how I figured out how I could get the job to how I got there and how things went and stuff like that. I did a whole series on it a very long time ago, probably way back in like 2009, 2010. Some people have asked me to update that because, believe it or not, it was done on an ancient camera. I don't think I even had an iPhone back then. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember. So maybe I should update that. You could be right about that. Just because she went to school in Japan, they won't issue a license in America. Yeah, the Japanese medical license is not accepted in America. I have heard that there are specific places within California and Hawaii that will accept a Japanese medical license, but that's the only 2 states in all of America. Florida is not one of them, unfortunately. Most of the Japanese people I've asked about anime said their favorite was DBZ or One Piece. Yeah, that makes sense. Dude, this is so true. Osaka Shogun says, they seemed like they knew less about anime than most Americans. Yeah, yeah. Like, that, the thing I try to explain to people is Japanese people are busy, like busy. Um, if you're, you know, just working in 40-hour job and spend your nights checking out anime and stuff like that, and that's your hobby, like just digging into loads of anime, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not mocking that. But you have a lot more free time than the average Japanese worker, the average Japanese salaryman, or I know they don't call them salary women. They actually call them career women, but they're a salary man pretty much. They're a salary woman. They work insane hours. Like they maybe have time to watch one series, if that. Um, they don't actually have access to a lot of the same stuff either. Like they finally have Netflix out there in Japan, but a lot of these other stuff, like I think Hulu's there, Disney's there. I don't know if they have Paramount. Um, Cable is not common in Japan either. Like a lot of people don't have cable TV. Um, why? Because there's just not time for them to sit on the couch and veg out. Like they're at work all the goddamn time. Like Japan doesn't quit. They just keep making people work insane hours and for dumb stuff too. Like just to be like, oh, we need to have 50 meetings today. Let's talk about one thing at a time and then spend an hour going back to work and then 1 hour have another meeting. Yay. Like it's not more efficient. It's not obviously helping the economy at all. So it's just they've been stuck in that mode for so long and they're too stubborn to break it. Um, some prime ministers have tried to come along and be like, guys, listen, we should really like shut everything down at 5:30 to let people go home and have families. Nope, never happened. And that's another reason you're never seeing the population grow there either. Who the hell wants to have a family that you're never going to see? Who wants to earn a salary where you're paying for a house you almost never get to live in with a family you never get to see? Who wants to create a future for kids and a wife and everything, or vice versa, a husband and what kids that you almost never get to see because you're working too damn much? Um, Makes sense to me. Doesn't seem to compute in Japan. I don't know how else to say it. And that will continue to be a curse upon thee until thy curse is remedied. I don't know I don't know if it's ever going to change. It's probably, I think one day it will change, but it will have hit a drastic and severe decline to the point that Japan's just kind of like, oh shit, we got to do something. This is crazy. We're actually in the position that we were predicted to be in back in, 2010. We're now in 2050 and our population is cut in half. Our economy is bombed all the way through the floor. We're almost struggling on the level of a third world country. Nobody's having families anymore. And it seems as though working these insane hours has done nothing for our country. It's time to change. That's what's going to happen, man. This is just kind of, this is tradition. I mean, this is, you know, um, shoot, I wish it wasn't that way. I wish there was someone who could take the steering wheel and make a sharp right turn into getting people out of work on time, working a regular 40-hour work week, giving benefits to raising a family, encouraging people to grow the population. I really wish there was that silver bullet that, you know, put Japan in the right direction where they just had to kind of wake up and be like, holy shit, people don't want to have families when they never get to see them. That's insane. What are we doing to people? We're working them literally to death. We're working our country to death. Um, I don't foresee that happening until it's gotten dire. Think about World War II. How far did things go before finally Japan had to be like, damn, we got to give up. This is insane. I'm not saying it's right what happened or anything. I think the atomic bomb is hideous. It's grotesque what America did. There's no justification for killing innocents. But Japan was literally making people give up like their pots and their pans from their houses to continue to make war material. People were literally like sacrificing their own goods to continue to fund the war until finally a huge percentage of the population was killed and everything had to finally come to a grinding halt. And they're just like, gosh, yeah, I guess we give up. Shit. Stubborn, resolute, strong-willed, enduring, powerful in their resilience, but stubborn as hell. This is Japan. What did No Name say? At some point, you realize you're not a solitary, unique, shiny star, but you're just the current link in an unbroken chain that's been forged over 100,000 years. Very nicely put. Almost poetic, No Name. No, I'm being serious. I'm not mocking it at all. It's actually like very well said. Very cool. Japan needs to make a what? We legal. I don't know how much that would help. I mean, don't get me wrong. I see nothing wrong with people smoking weed, but I don't know how much that would help. Fox the King. Hey, Unrested. Very long time viewer here. Do you have a Discord? Oh, shoot. Oh, you gave him the Discord. Alejandra, you're on it. Thank you. Sick. You guys rock, man. You're doing the job I should be doing. All right. Very nice, Alejandra. Crazy how you made the same salary 20 years ago. Yes. Yes. Yes and yes again, dude. That's why I had to finally leave, man. It was just I couldn't believe it. I was like, surely I mean, I started my own company too, and I thought like this will get me the big bucks, and I was still making the same salary. And I thought, okay, I've failed as a businessman. I need to look back out there and see how much jobs are paying now since I'm not, getting a higher and higher salary. And I looked out there and they were either lower or like maybe close to the same. Like it was getting to a point where it was like 2000 was the highest pay and the average was now 1,500, 1,700, which is insane for a single adult trying to survive with no safety net in the middle of downtown Osaka. Like that is a brutally low salary that would leave you, scrounging for coins off the floor to eat ramen every week. I was like, what the hell is this? I don't know who's teaching those jobs now. The only thing I can imagine is it's English speaking Asians from countries that are like far poorer than America, where they've learned how to struggle with that low of pay, and for them it's like amazing pay. No offense to them, more power to them for getting those jobs, but I don't think you're going to see many Canadians, Americans, Australians, New Zealanders, UK people heading into Japan to keep getting these jobs because they are becoming shit. Nguyen, hi Scott. Sad to hear about what happened to your home, but glad you're back in good spirits. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. If you don't remember me, I once reminded you of the word bonds. Oh yeah. Okay, I actually do remember that. I do remember that. Well, thank you. Thank you for the well wishing. I really appreciate it, Nguyen. I hope I'm saying that right, Nguyen. Ikram, yeah, at the moment, I'd love to visit Japan for a holiday. Yeah, don't get me wrong at all on this. If you want to visit Japan for a holiday, it is prime time. Like, your money is going to be worth a ton there right now. You know, I know you're seeing some stuff in the papers like how Japan is getting sick of tourists. They're not getting sick of tourists. They want more tourists. They need more tourists. Tourism is one of the few fruitful things still helping the economy in Japan. You'll be fine going there. And quite frankly, now is one of the best times to go there and spend your money. Like, you're going to love it. You're going to have a good time. You'll be treated nice. The quality will be high because Japan is always high quality. The people are super polite. The hotels that you'll stay at will be ultra clean. The service will be impeccable. This is Japan. They do what they do, and they do it well when it comes to jobs and work and places as far as tourism is concerned. But tourism alone can't help Japan survive. They need more exports. They need more things other than, like, right now, video games are doing pretty good from Japan. Those are selling pretty well. But what else? Can you think? Can you think of any new technology coming out of Japan that people are like, "Wowie zowie, I gotta have one," There is no Sony Walkman headed out of Japan anymore. There's nothing. Maybe the cars still do pretty well, but okay, we got cars, games, tourism. Not nearly enough. Not nearly enough. Yeah. Hello, I saw your time first time you're so I'd say the name, but I'm afraid I'm going to mispronounce it. La Boule de Tibia. Hello, I saw your first time hmm? your fifth time years ago with your video on hikikomori. Happy to see you doing well. Thank you. Thank you for watching that. That's one of the videos I'm most proud of, is the hikikomori one. Best wishes. Um, I don't want to mispronounce your name, and I apologize if I am. Tibao or Tibao? If someone can phonetically help me, I'd appreciate it. I don't want to mispronounce it, but thank you. Thank you for watching that video. I really, that was one I invested a lot of time and research into, so I'm very proud of that video. Anyway, we're starting to catch up finally, so it's time for me. Give me a second here. I wanted to check out, excuse me. Oh, goodness. I wanted to check out one of these. Hotel Wazuma. The final prize is soup. Seek. What was the one? Oh, something called like Mist or something. Shadow Corridor, we played that. Bleeding Roots. Ame Gama. No, that's not the one. Scaredy Cat. Terror Diversion. Deep Copy. Oh, here we go. Give me a second here, guys. So if music suddenly shows up, I apologize. I don't know. Okay. A little bit of music. All right. Oink. Let me flip that one to the top. Okay, give me a second here. I'm going to rearrange stuff just a little bit. Game capture, properties. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. That didn't work. That's weird. Okay. All right, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Give me just a second here. I'm just getting something set up. How about that? There we go. That worked. Okay, almost. Not too bad. A little bit more. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, let me just catch up here real quick. Man, that Hikikomori video was super high production. How long did it take you to make? That one took a while. I think I worked on that one for like 3 weeks just filming alone and then probably another month of editing and stuff. That one did take a while. I was very proud of that video. I kind of redid it like 3 times. Like I made videos about Hikikomori in the past before that one, but I remember I had like a friend like he had like drone shots for me that I edited into it and all kinds of stuff. Hmm. Is there opportunities to be a tattoo artist in Japan? Well, yeah. Um, Here's what I can tell you. I had a friend who actually did do an apprenticeship as a tattoo artist in Japan. You, so you already know how to do it. Um, Number one, there's no license. You don't need to have a license in Japan. You can actually just do it. You kind of are in a gray area though, because um, some places say that it's banned, that needle is not allowed to enter the skin unless you're a medical institute. Um, but mostly in city areas like Osaka and Tokyo, um, sometimes police enforce it, sometimes they don't. Um, it's so weird because the place I got my tattoo, I got this whole sleeve done. It's like an amazing sleeve. It was totally legit when I went there and got it done. They used like an autoclave and everything like that. They, used proper tools and everything. Um, and the police were totally cool with them doing tattoos. They had known for a while that they did it. They had 2 separate shops. And then suddenly a new mayor came into town and hated tattoos, and he had all the tattoo places shut down. And they got shut down. A lot of people lost their jobs. Um, my one friend opened his own shop who had apprenticed under a tattoo artist as um, an artist in Japan. And when he opened his new shop, that's right when this happened. And he decided to pretend like it was a t-shirt shop. He had his own line of clothing and sold it there at the tattoo shop. So out front, he had t-shirts that you would walk past to go back into his tattoo parlor in the back. So he survived. He made it through because pretty much what he did was he sold t-shirts there. And if the police came in and checked it out, he'd be like, yeah, I'm a t-shirt shop. And they'd be like, all right, fair enough. And um, then he'd have his appointments where his, clients would come in and he'd take them to the back and do the tattoo stuff. Um, Eventually, a new mayor came into term and they didn't care about tattoos anymore. And so now one of those old shops opened back up. It was called Chopsticks Tattoo. And my friend Benny, who apprenticed in Japan, he was a gaijin from America. Um, his shop's still going strong. It's actually doing incredible because Benny's an incredible artist. But a lot of other shops weren't able to bounce back from that. So, yes, it's possible. You can do it. I don't think anybody's going to make you apprentice because you've already, you probably have a portfolio and everything like that. But you would either, number one, have to get in good with a group of artists. If you're going to do it in Osaka, it would be like Amimura would be the area that you would get into. Tokyo, I don't know the whole underground tattoo scene as well. Um, but if you could get in good with another artist, maybe they would let you join the shop. You'd probably have to rent out your area. Um, if you wanted to open your own place, you could, but it would cost you a bit, for sure. I mean, it would cost you a good chunk of change. Um, but I would advise doing the same thing my friend Benny did, where you have your shop in the back somewhere, but you run it as something else. There were places that they ran it as a bar and they did tattooing in the back. Now, I don't know how hygienic that is, and I would personally never get a tattoo at a place that also ran as a bar. I feel like mixing those two things could get pretty gross. But a tattoo slash t-shirt shop, that seems way more legit. Um, and Benny I know is like an absolutely sterling professional. Like he would never let anything slip up. He's very, very professional with how he does everything. Other places I don't know if I would trust. It's up to you, man. Scott, see you and the Unrested family when you stream again. Unrested family, you are all awesome. Love you guys and gals. Dude, we love you too, Chip Tooth, man. You're awesome, man. You're an inspiration to us all, dude. Thank you. Um, I hope that helped, Labul. I'm just gonna call you Labul right now. Is that okay? Sorry, man. I hate mispronouncing people's names. I don't want to be rude at all. But I hope that explanation helped, Labul. Um, if you wanna, um, I don't know, maybe you can get in contact with him. Benny Horier, Invasion Club? Osaka Invasion Club. I believe that's the name of his new shop, is called Invasion Club. I think he changed the name one time to kind of avoid some of the crap that was going on with the cops in the past. You can, if somehow you can get in contact with him. I mean, he does answer personal emails and stuff like that. I don't know. He's ultra busy all the time, so I don't know if he'll ever find it, but maybe you can ask him to get a better idea. He's a gaijin who made it as a tattoo artist in Japan, but bro is incredibly talented. Like his tattoos look like oil paintings. I don't know how else to put it other than that. He has a mastery of it on another level. Okay, thank you. No problem at all, man. Honestly, I wish you the best, dude. I hope it works out, man. I would love to see more foreigners tattooing in Japan. Um, One thing I will say, if you want to have an upper hand, uh, get get the best ink you can. There's a lot of Japanese artists who do kind of like scratcher level work, and they use shit level ink. That's one thing I have noticed, because a lot of Japanese people, because tattoos are so kind of taboo and not a lot of people get them, they don't understand that the higher quality ink means like a longer lasting, better looking tattoo. So if you want to get a one up on a lot of the crew out there tattooing, get that good ink. You know the highest quality stuff. I'm sure you know far better than I ever would. So you know what I mean. Oh, you want to get Benny to do it? Oh, he'll do it, man. It's going to be expensive though, just so you know. Like whatever price you would pay in the States, you're going to pay like double or quadruple in Japan. Yeah, it's ultra expensive. Super expensive. Um, I wanted to get my whole back done by him, but I mean that would have been like 10 grand. I don't have that kind of money. You know what? Maybe I could have that kind of money, but I would never, sorry, I would just never spend that much on a tattoo, dude. I'm sorry, I can't. My wife would not be happy to hear spending 10 grand on a tattoo. One day I still really would like to get my back done, though. What? I'll probably, I don't know if I'll ever get any more tattoos. I'd have to have, I'd have to have a really long break from work to ever get another tattoo at this point. I just don't have the time to like sit around and let things heal anymore. Ugh. Oof. Okay. Talking about tattoo shops reminds me of my teens. I used to hang out at a tattoo shop after work. I just started showing up. They would call me their sidekick. Well, that sounds cool. I want Archangel full back, some shoulder guard stuff. Archangel wings, that'd be pretty sick. Um, I always, you guys are probably gonna think this is the stupidest tattoo idea ever. Here's the dream I've had for my back tattoo.
It would be planes flying over a city, bombing it. Yeah, listen though. Listen to my full tattoo. It's planes flying over a city, bombing it. And it would have the planes up in the sky. There's the bombs falling down. There'd be the city level with buildings and stuff being reduced to rubble. And then it would be like kind of a vertical cut between everything. So you've got the sky, the buildings, the city road, underneath the road, the sewers down below. And in those sewers, there would be mice like set up with like a nice little um, like dinner table and everything, and their life is wonderful. You'd have people screaming and running around in the streets in the city, but the mice below, or the sewer rats below, would have like the perfect little setup inside of a sewer. And at the very bottom, it would have the words, "One day the squeak shall inherit the earth." It's stupid, right? Really dumb, but that's my wonderful back tattoo idea. I've always wanted to get my left arm done, but the shame I would get from my family would be too much for me. I once told my mom that if my son got a tattoo, I'd support him. She didn't talk to me for a month. What the heck? I told my sons if they ever want to get a tattoo, it's okay, but don't get a tattoo. Because, they're Japanese. So I would tell them, don't do it. In America, nobody cares. I can be a teacher, and there was other teachers at the school who have more tattoos even than me. No one cares in America. But due to the fact that they have a chance to get a job in Japan, I say no, never get a tattoo. Don't do it. Keep your opportunities far more wide and open and vast than I could even imagine. Probably they won't get them though, because no, you don't. You'd be like, Dad has tattoos. Dad's not cool. I don't want to be like Dad. Yeah, Alejandro, that's the thing. Like, it seems really grim, but it'll say, "One day the squeak shall inherit the earth." And it's just kind of like, we as, humans are idiots killing each other. Meanwhile, these rats are peacefully living a wonderful life below the chaos that is man-made. It's kind of the point that, like, we look at, creatures below the earth as disgusting, dirty, and weak, but they're going to be the ones surviving as we idiotically nuke each other into no man's land. The squeak shall inherit the earth. Oh, this game. Let's talk about this game. I don't really know what this game's about. It's only a demo, so it's very short, I think. New. A and D, that's very easy. What is this one? E. A strange switch. Okay. E. Looks like someone left it here. Wait. Can I touch the switch? Okay, no, okay. Is there like a sprint button? Don't waste time. Live. I agree. There is a very familiar feeling of it. Okay, that's kind of weird English. I think we got some Japanglish going on in this game. Is this my note? You mean notebook? That? Like, did they actually leave, like, the color number in there by accident? Well, this is a demo, so we gotta give them a break here. There were once lackluster skies. Life bound it like bones in cages. Like Salticids trapped by biting flies, yet now the skies shimmer with stars, bones forge into blades, and I think they're trying to say stalactites feast on their prey. Notes of mixed thoughts penned by the girl herself recently, woven with reflections on everyone, however, many didn't make it through the scarlet blood. What? I'm super confused. Oh, threaten, give, ask. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I still don't understand, but whatever. Okay. We come from nature and go back to nature. The ironic circle of life. Yeah. Yeah, you were thinking similarly when you look down. We look at critters like worms and insects, and they eventually use us as a food source. Yeah. I mean, when you really think about it, I think the thing that really humbles us is we are literally tiny dots. If you're gonna expand the whole universe, right? We're tiny, tiny dots on Earth, which is just a tiny dot in the middle of the universe. And then it expands beyond that and beyond that and beyond that. And it's just like, how insignificant are we? And I'm not saying that in a way that, like, life is insignificant, give it up immediately. I'm saying it in a way that none of us are movie stars. None of us are living some sort of epic story. All the accomplishments that we've made here on Earth are blind to the rest of the universe. Nobody else has seen them. Nobody cares. There's nobody else out there looking at us being like, oh my God, humanity, incredible. And I mean, if there's nobody doing that for anybody on our planet whatsoever from anywhere else in the entire universe, don't get so worried about, who you are, what your accomplishments are, how you're living your life for whoever's judging you around you. Live your life for what you want to do and make the most of it in this tiny time that you have on this tiny dot in the middle of a bigger dot that is the whole of the galaxy. Don't think everything needs to be so epic or so thoroughly watched by those observing you. Observe yourself, take care of yourself and those closest to you, and don't worry about the tiny dots around you judging you. They're so insignificant because they're on the same dot as you. All right, let's continue on. Oh, what was that? Oh, no, she already did this, okay. Ooh, what's this thing? Aren't you? Finally, it's my turn. Who's alive? We get here together. That's how you treat them? What? If this is my destiny, we have no choice but to revolt. Well, you still don't want to make a change. Are?何してんの? Enough! Kill me, end it. Another nightmare? So, you still can't let it go. Yeah, maybe I was wrong. It was also my fault. Meow? Meow. Amio. Oh, okay, is this a cat talking? Okay. I thought at first this was like a creature like bent over like this. If I was there, that couldn't be happen. Oh man, the English is bad in this game, dude. What the hell? By the way, Flan, her name's Flan? Why is it capital FL, Flan? By the way, Flan, have you seen my treasure? It's very important for me. Let's find it out. Oh boy. Amio added a note. Okay, let's take a look at Amio's note. Dude, what the hell? Wait, I thought there was another note. Oh, I see. You roll down. What did I do? It said it added another note. Retrieve other notes, 0. Okay, it said... Okay, whatever, man. Oh, have you seen my treasure? It's very important. Is there no sprint? Oh, whoa. This is... Bag introduction, character, action, item, simple combination unit can get information between character and item. Yay. Okay. That seems overly complicated. Why wouldn't you just make it that you could drag that onto the picture? Alright, fine, whatever. Oh. Oh, wait, I have access to 2 characters? Wait, how do I... What? Why is it cut off like it's not even fitting the screen proper? Wait. What's going... Why is the... What the heck? Why is the original start screen still being captured? Okay, hold on. What? Sorry guys, I didn't realize. The menu screen stayed up over the game? Phil Moon, what are you worried about not doing right away? Disappear when considering all of space. What are we supposed to be looking at? Just see the start screen. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I should have checked back with you. Why did the start screen never go away? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I should have checked over at the... Oh, boy. Okay. Wait, I want to check the other note. I mean, it's kind of an interesting, nice-looking little game, but all it said so far is that she was in a nightmare, like some shadow guy showed up, and then this cat's like, hey... I haven't lived in a house since I left home. I would face her if I go back. She just makes me sick. I shall never be like her. Who? Okay, what? I'm super confused, guys. The English is pretty poorly translated. A weathered gravestone. I cannot read the words clearly on it. The crows have been watching me. I'd better go. Okay. I wish there was a sprint. Is there no sprint at all? Uh-oh, it's getting dark, guys. Was that like my phone ringing? When we disappear, tardigrades will rule the universe. These critters survive in outer space. Okay. But what about the Tremalthadorians from Slaughterhouse 5? Do they exist? What? I'm back at the tent that I started at by walking in a straight line? What? Amio, where are you? Amio's the cat, if you guys didn't know. Okay. I hope we get to do something in this game other than just keep pushing forward. That's all I've been able to do so far. Oh, look at there's eyes in there now. The door is unlocked, but there's something behind it. I can't open it. Alright. Oh, here we go, another person, finally. Well, well, is this the young lady from Kalmakan? Aya, but aren't you already? Me? I came here hoping for big news. Okay. However, the moon is not shining tonight. Indeed, the weather is not good these days, but aren't you already... Hush. Do not be so rude, young one. No, but... Cut the crap here. I think this pen belongs to you. See you next time. Quill added to bag. Okay. We're just gonna... Okay. Thanks for the pen. Alright, I'm still really confused. Scotto, always wanted to get some tattoos, but you know, I live in Japan and it's hard to live with tattoos. Okay. But like actually when I always ask Japanese people like, well, when would you ever show it to anybody if you get it underneath your clothes? And it's like, oh, but then I can't go to onsen. Oh yeah, okay. Like, are you really, really big into onsen? If you are, like, then I could kind of understand not getting a tattoo. But if you're not, like, crazy about onsen, like, why not just get it? You know, you don't need to get a neck tattoo. You don't need to get, like, knuckle tattoos. Now, what kind of tattoo did you have in mind? The fire is out? I remember there's something in my camp. Vigil Eterna, add it to bag. Alright, I guess we need to check the bag. What the heck is going on? Okay, item. An old-fashioned pen symbolizing expectations. The pendant that Fran got from leaving home. It can emit a dim light. Okay. Oh, wait. Then you can drag the... How do I do it? Ugh, I don't get it. Scroll middle. Ah! The heck? Oh, what? The pendant. This is like too complicated just to... Like, just let me click on the damn item and read it. Like, what the hell I gotta do all this stupid ass grid work for? What the hell? The dumbest system I've ever seen. Made way too complicated for no reason. Okay, what? It already disappeared? What the? The pendant is engraved with the words Vigil Eterna. Neko consistently avoids explaining what it is. Why are you calling it Neko now? Why wouldn't you call it cat? Like, are you going to do Japanese or not Japanese? Not something in between. It's really Japanglish. You're totally right. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't get it. Hey, possum awesome. Oh, still watching stream, connected by TV instead of phone. Loving the game choice. Oh, really? Okay, all right. I'm glad you like it, Lady S. I was kind of like, Lady S is going to be angry at me for not playing Silent Hill. All right, I'm glad you're okay with this. I actually got a couple games that, there's this thing like, I forget what it's called, like Quest Fest or something, where they put out a bunch of demos from all these small little like indie RPGs, some of which are Japanese. And I just wanted to play through a couple of these tonight, give my system a bit of a break from the stress of Silent Hill. I feel like I'm stuck in that damn Blue Woods apartment or whatever the hell it's called for like the last 500 years. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I'm having a great time. It's just, damn, I wish that part was over. She did mention about the pen, but why now? Alright, what? Okay. Alright, let's see the cat thing. I think this might be something belonging to Neko. Perhaps I should ask her. Is the cat's name Amio, or are you calling the cat Neko? Like, what the... I'm seeing some inconsistencies here. Alright, let's drag the cat out there, too. Can the cat talk about stuff? How do you... How did I do the thing with the line? How did I draw a line? Okay, how about this? Can I put the cat on there? No? Okay, this is weird. I don't like this interface. I disapprove. Yeah, Silent Hill gave me some stress knots during the game. Something lighter is probably what I'll play next. Yeah. I want to play like a walking simulator next. You want to play what? What is the game? Omiya? Oh. Only Up's pretty stressful though, isn't it? Okay. That's what I'll do, bud. That's a good idea. Whoa. What happened? The door is open. The door apostrophe is open. It owns the open. I should have a look. Alrighty. Is it on a pulley system? Like when a person hangs themselves, it opens the door? Unique. I'll give it that. Alright, there's a person drawing. Oh, Flan, it's really you. Do you remember this painting? I've been here a long time finishing it. This painting reminds me of the sky on the day we met. Ellipses, ellipses. I really miss that day. Ooh, cool. I like this. That's a cool effect. Okay. What am... Is there something else I'm supposed to do in here? Oh, maybe I touch something as it comes by? How about this? Give. Wait. No, how do I... How do you do these lines? I don't get it. Okay, clear the panel. Bring plan back out. Draw... How did I draw the line? Help. Simple combination unit can get the information. Q can switch between bag and note. All right. Click on the item. Click on that. Ah, okay. Okay. There's no answer. What? I thought that would give it to her. What happened to it now? Okay. So do I leave? What? What up, Alejandra? Oh, Trastavius, dude. What's up, dude? Expected to be out all night because my brother's in town with his fiance, but they decided it was a good idea to start drinking at like 2 p.m. when they got tired and cranky and ended up fighting. Ooh, that sounds like a bad situation. Drinking at 2 p.m. You start... Okay. I mean, you know, it is the weekend, so, you know, maybe. Annoying because I don't know what they expected pre-gaming for like 8 hours. Pre-gaming for 8 hours? I'd be pre-dead after 8 hours. And they're like mid-30s, ought to know better. What? Wow, okay. I don't want to pass any judgment, but tried telling them to chill and take a nap at like 5 and they ain't listening. Holy shit, dude, I'm sorry, dude. That sounds like a bad situation, man. I hope the mood chills out there a bit. Ugh, my cat is trying to eat the electric spaghetti. No electric spaghetti for you, Neko. Pasta denki dame da yo. Alright, let me get, I need a protein bar. You guys want one? I can try and take a picture and scan it and drop it in the chat if you want. Go get yourself some breaks too. Go get a snack, go take a bio break, chill out for just a second. I'll be right back. Dude, I love the chandelier. You're moving so fast, it's hard for me to focus on people. I wonder what people do. Oh, that's why. You thought? Yeah, it's cool. Dang, dude, that ceiling's so high. Holy crap. I like it though. It's looking good, man.
Oh, you see what I should like make an inside, like a living room or like a.
No, you need to make like a really giant dining room table covered in like all different types of food and everything.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like a giant, like almost like a table like knights would eat at or something like that.
You can like sit with like 12 people.
Yes. So that's what I imagine being inside of a place like that.
See how I finish your game.
Yeah, of course. Dude, it's not what it's looking like. I always like their creations.
Like I'm like trying to learning how to like build like a biggest house.
Yeah, it's hard, right? Because you're always just like, what do I do with all this space?
You just messed up one place. You like don't like it anymore.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that feeling. I know what you mean.
And you just get tired from like building.
Yeah, then you're just like, what did I waste all my time building this for?
Yeah.
I get you. I understand. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you for waiting. All right, what do we got going on here? I still don't quite understand. So the girl's name is Flan. She's having nightmares. She ran away from home. Her best friend is a cat that she calls Amio, but also calls Neko, which just means cat. Oh, good. What is going on? Is this body pooping? What have you guys been talking about in there? Snacrifice. Dude, I like that. That's a cool word. Snacrifice. One of the few games that's got me hooked. What game is that? Oh, Sky. Dude, guys, my son's like really deep into that game. He's got like all kinds of stuff for that game. Sky Children. Right? That game's Sky. Yeah, you haven't played in a really long time. Phil Moon. I gotta go to work. Enjoy the night. Dude, Phil Moon, thank you for the donation. That's like massive, dude. Thank you. It's always a joy to have you here, man. You're a girl, right? I'm not sure. And have you here. So thank you. You always have such nice things to say, and I love when you insert your Japanese and stuff like that. It's very cool. All right. I hope work goes okay. All right. Have a great day at work. The floating head in a dream story was so good. I hope you upload more stories like that in the future. The floating head in the stream. Right, a lot. Is she talking about the one where I had the student who looked like a floating head? Or is there a dream I had with a floating head? Oh, wait. I know. Wait. Is she talking about like nightmares that I've talked about in the past? I do have one where there was like a head, like a floating head, kind of like a corporeal head or something. Yeah, Phil Moon, I hope you have a great time at work. I will try to... You're talking about the Osura, from the most recent Osoroshi. Did I talk about that in a nightmare I had with the floating head? I have had a nightmare like that before, but did I talk about that in the most recent Osoroshi? The one about the games I just did? The dude staying in the factory. Oh! Oh, yeah. Okay. That was during a live stream, though, right? Okay. Alright. Now, sorry. She got me thinking about that one. I remember totally now what she's talking about, where the two guys were spending the night in a factory that got turned into a hotel. And they had this dream with the floating head, and it got me suddenly stuck into like, man, that was a good story. How can I turn that into an episode of Osoroshi where it's like its own episode? And so, yeah, why haven't I done that yet? It's because I was stuck on like, my theme is movies this time. My theme is games this time. I want to get out one more Osoroshi before the month ends. Damn, Hurricane really screwed that up. Alright, sorry. Uh-oh. Our camp. What happened here? This is a letter. Nameless letter added to bag. Alright, hold on. Okay. This is ridiculous to be able to... This is like too much work just to be... Like, let me just click on the letter and read it, dude. Are you kidding me? Opening someone else's mail will make them sad. Get the hell out of here. Okay. I am... I like the art style. I like the creepy atmosphere. I do not like the interface. Okay. What the hell? I can't walk back now. What? Uh-oh. What's wrong? She fell asleep. Ooh. That's kind of cool. I like that. I think I should go. No, I don't see anything wrong with this situation. It looks fine. Why did you do this? We didn't do anything wrong. It's okay. I really miss you. What? What? Wait, now her name is spelled F lowercase L-A-N. What? It seems the gravestone has been re-engraved. Is that even a word? Can you say re-engraved? Suspended and decaying in the deep sea. What? That's what happened in my dream. Wait, we're still dreaming? That's weird. The nightmare note is disappeared. You shall never dream about it. So maybe I'm still in my dream. If this is true, please conjure a fish. Start by staying away from your sister. I haven't had a good meal in a long time. Stop talking about that, bastard. Chapter 1, Starlight. What? Does anybody understand what is going on? Lord! Yo, what's up, dude? Lord, dude. Dude, I want to say thank you again, man, for all your help, dude. I was gonna ask you, I want to send a painting to you, but I'll ask you like off stream where I can send it to. I have a painting I want to send to you, like a real for real life painting, not like digital art stuff. Yeah, dude, thank you for catching the stream though. I'm playing this game called Flan HS. I'm not sure what it's about. Not at those, okay. Like, I feel like people are more likely to click a vid that's just titled Disturbing Things from Japan or something along those lines than something specifically about a more niche topic like movies or games. Yeah, you're probably right, man. Sorry, I got an itchy ear all of a sudden. I shouldn't keep my gauges in when I put on headphones. It makes my ears way too itchy. Yeah. Thrustavius got me understanding what you were talking about. Yeah, dude, I love that story, Phil Moon. Okay, I understand. You want more stuff like that. You're right. That is kind of like the best of the best stuff. My wife actually told me that one. She turned me on to watching that. She's like, watch this series, and we watched it, and I was like, this is so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have to ask her more stuff to find like that. She knows best, man. All right, I'll check it out. I'll check out more of that and get you more stories. A painting? Yeah, yeah, I've been really busy with work lately, so it's been tough to do anything. I'm sorry, man. That sucks, dude. I know my work gets like that sometimes too, where I have like multiple 12-hour days and stuff. So I totally understand it. Don't worry about missing any kind of streams. My streams are just for chilling. But yeah, I want to send you a painting. I'll ask you about where I can send it to after on Discord. So look for like a message on there, because I want to send you something, man. Why did you plant sunflowers? I have my reasons. Wait, so the cat planted sunflowers? Okay, so we're still in a dream then, right? Or does this world have anthropomorphic sentient animals that are horticulturists? Just like you took the letter from your dream. No matter how, you are a cat. Cats and sunflowers? A cat always keeps some secrets, you know. Meow. Okay, sure. Okay, so wait, can we look at that letter yet? Opening someone else's letter without permission would make the recipient sad. Dude, why even pick it up then? Okay, okay. Clear. Bring out the cat. Maybe the cat will do it. Familiar smell, but I can't recall past events clearly. Okay. So the cat does have its own... Okay. I lost many memories after coming to this place, but I still remember how important... Why does it disappear so fast? How important it was. Okay. This UI, man. Okay. Ah, there. Thank you for helping me retrieve it. Okay, finally I made something work. Jeez Louise. Okay. Okay, wait. Then, hold on. Let me put Flan out here. Let me put the necklace out here. Put this out here. There. How does it emit light? I don't understand. Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm so confused. Deco-chan. Deco-chan, Deco-chan. Deco-chan. Come here, big baby boy. Oh. You're getting heavier and heavier every second. Deco-chan. Big softy boy. Alright, why don't you lay down, bud? Wait, are we in water? Actually, I have a question for a long time. From the time I had the nightmare note until you appeared in my dream, and now, how many secrets do you have? A cat appears in other people's dreams. It's always... Stop. Just stop. Stop. You are the owner of the nightmare note, and I am but a forgotten little cat. I came here and fell in your life by coincidence. Doesn't it make sense, meow? Oh, really? Well, we escaped from that place together. Maybe that's what this place is. Where did they escape from? Did they mean like they escaped from the old nightmare by waking up? Someone please help. Tell me what... That's a weird sound. If anybody starts understanding this plot, please tell me. It's not good to trespass. But I cannot go further. Hello, anybody there? It's locked. I think you can break the lock with your superpower. Pardon? Need door key. Is my superpower that I need keys to open doors? Because I have that power in real life. That's crazy. Need door key. What is my superpower? My cat just dug into my leg. Okay, here, hold on. Like, maybe I can... Give me a second here. Whoops. Ouch. Deco. Properties. Still what? Okay, properties. Configure video. What's going on with my camera? Why isn't it? Okay, let's just do default. Apply. Okay. Something's weird with my camera where it's not like deactivate, activate. Defaults? Yes. Okay. Configure. That's weird. Nothing will change on the video. Usually I'm able to
That's weird. Okay. I don't know why. Suddenly now I can't change anything on my video. Okay, sorry guys, let me get back to it. What are you guys talking about? You're gonna be fine, man, because you have a great heart, so that other people help you learn Japanese. Tats! Whoa, Tats is here too. Holy cow. I got big YouTubers in the chat right now. I got Tats and Laud. Hey, Unrested, sorry I'm late. Dude, you're never late. You're always right on time, Tats. Don't you ever worry about that. Alright. Mata ne. Okay, Jane. Okay, let's see here. Oh, my cat keeps digging into my leg. Okay, well, I don't know. It says you gotta find a key, but... This wood has been here a long time. Perhaps nobody cleans here. This yard is scrupulously... Is that a word? Scrupulously clean now? So... Is that like conspicuous? And conspicuous? Scrupulous? Scrupulously? Is that a for... Hey Alexa, what does scrupulously mean?
Scrupulously is an adverb usually defined as, in a careful manner, with scruple, done with careful attention to detail.
Okay. I have never used this word scrupulously. It's just commonly used in the English language? I don't know. I've only been an English teacher for 15 years, so... unless this wood is there a... What? I feel like I'm having a stroke reading this. Unless this wood is there a box? A dusty box, add it to bag. Sure. Okay. Okay, wait. Oh god, this UI system. I don't like it. It seems like it contains something important. Probably, should. Okay, so I open it. Oh, there we go, okay. Do you really want to try the password one by one, or let's ask Neko instead? Let's ask Neko. Okay. Are you asking me, Meow? I think we can give it a try. Okay, did we give it a try? Wait, oh, the key is now there. Okay, sure. Okay. Alright. I mean, I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, and I got inside, okay. Alright, this is the weirdest UI system I have ever seen. Arigato! The Unrested taught me the equivalent to thank God it's the end of this work. Yeah. Otsukare-sama deshita. Or otsukare. Otsukare. Oh, this guy's got a strange picture. I guess the house owner is a weird guy. Whoa! Judgment much? Holy cow, you've only seen a picture of him and you're just gonna call him weird? Not cool, Flan. With some Why these word combinations? You're killing me. With some peculiar... I can't talk. With some peculiar eccentricities. That's peculiar... Why can I not say it? I think I know the password. It seems a scholar of the stars in the painting. Wait. I read that right?
It seems a scholar of the stars in the painting. It seems a scholar of the stars in the painting, so an astrologist? Looks like the house owner is a fanatic of the stars. But how do you know that? Wonder Cat Insight check critical success. What language is this? Wonder Cat Insight check critical success. Okay, I think he's trying to say like Wonder Cat Insight check critical success. Okay, they need some commas, but that's okay. Okay, well, word soup, yes. Word soup and salad. Moon saying, oh shit, just reminded me of your wife saying tough shit. Yeah, dude. Yeah, my English teacher would say, go hang it out to dry a while. Unrested taught me that. Okay, wait. Someone just left here. Indeed, the water is still hot. Okay, so they like were about to make tea? Is that what you're saying? There is a lock. Okay. True, so? However, no buts in my dictionary. What am I reading? Wait, so this is the password, but it's numbers? $19. There, got it. What? I just tried my birth year, that's all. Okay, does the cat know? No, I don't want to do this again. Ah, what is this? Oh yeah, let's turn that off. No border. Resolve. Guys, the Resolve. Okay. Okay. Also, what's sticking out of her back? Like, does she have two arrows in her back? What is sticking it? I'm super confused. Oh, it's another room. A cabinet. Okay. Looks like it's big enough to fit you inside. Ha! Why should I? Well, you should do it. No, you should do it. Like, it's a secret door. Wait, how big is this place? I want to scoot. I'm too far from the screen. I want to scoot closer, but I've got a cat on my lap. And if I scoot closer, this poor baby gonna be smushied. Alright, give me a second here. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, there's a note on it. Oh, here we go. Since coming here, Lily's memory has been getting worse, except for the things Lily absolutely has to do. Lily might not remember... Oh, 9445. Okay. Lily might not remember a lot of things. Oh, right. There's an important record in the box. The password is 9445. Don't forget it. Okay. We got it. I wish... Is there a sprint button? Wait, what was that? What, did something just fall? Oh, whoops.
I keep looking down to see if there's like a sprint button, but I can't find a sprint button. I am so confused. What's going on? Wait, did something else break? Oh, no, I can't do that. Okay. 9. 4. 4. 5. Starry Sky Records, add it to bag. I completely don't understand how she was able to record so much in this notebook. But what? How about you? Do you got something smarter to say? Why would the records be locked, strange meow? Is that how cats talk, Deco? Deco, is that how cats talk? You sweet baby. Okay. Okay, do I give it to her? Even if I started writing, I wouldn't know what to put down. Okay. Wings, but it's like some sort of Christmas lighting style. Yeah, what is... Are these supposed to be wings? It looks like a fishing rod with a... What do you call it? Like a bobber? Like with like a... I'm so confused. Can I go up this ladder? I can. Cool. Oh no. This is dark. Do I have that? I have the necklace on, right? No? Okay, I thought like it could light up more. Question mark. Who are you? That's my question. Ow, Deco. Dang, I found your note, but I guess it... Wait, what? But I gave it to a kid from village by accident. By the way, you can call me Lily. Oh, there's somebody here. A astronomer. Astronomer? Ow. My cat is like digging into my leg. Okay, finally I can scoot closer. Astronomer. Astronomer? I feel like that's spelled wrong. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm just bad at spelling. That's probably what it is. Hey, what's up? You said you gave my note to whom? A kid from village. I can tell you where it is. Until you repair my telescope, I must repair it. Where can I get the tools? The cellar down the hall. Take this mask. It might come in handy. That's usually what I do, is I put on my mask when I'm about to get my tools. It looks like it's missing a component. It's pretty rough though. It is not rough at all. Okay. Okay. So now we gotta go downstairs to the cellar. Another cellar? Another lock. Something doesn't feel right. Oh, wait. Shoot, I gotta put the mask on. Something very strange. Does she usually wear a mask when going out? Okay, but can I... Why can't I put it on? Unit threat. Wait, did I... Okay, hold on. Now let me put it on. Okay, why? I thought I'm supposed to wear the mask. You think you can hide in there? I think you can hide in there. I mean, it... What the hell? I cannot see it at all. Maybe I can help you. Do I hit C? Oh. Okay, well, like, that's an interesting device. Wait. It's still wondering, how did you do this? A secret of Wonder Cat Meow. How many secret do you still have? This is also a secret. Oh, it's a secret. How many secrets? Okay. Sorry, I have a really bad feeling about this. You'd better try the cabinet. You mean hiding inside it? Of course, and me too. Okay, so should I go back to the cabinet now? Wait, what? Okay, was there another cabinet down here is what they mean? Wait, is there a cabinet here? Wait, what? Oh. Okay, I'm in. Okay, so I'm in the cabinet, right? And what am I doing? What game is this? It's called Flan HS, I believe. Right? Okay, hold on. Properties. Flans MS. Flans MS. What does MS stand for? Oh shoot, there was kanji at the beginning of it and I forgot to check. Flans MS. Middle school? Okay, sorry, we'll get back to the game. Okay. Wait, okay, so I'm back out. Did I go past the... Oh, now something's coming. And I hid, so I'm okay. Does that thing come all the way back? I hit again for the third time, but I still need to find those tools. Okay. Now I'll wait till you go past. You're past. Okay. Oh, is there another monster here? Okay. We finally through. This damn cellar is really outrageous. Yeah. If you wish, I can keep scouting for you. Meow. That sounds good. Wonder Cat. Wait, did I get the tools? Oh, wait, is the tools here? What a mess.
No, no sign of any repair kits. I couldn't find any either. Oh, right. You can scout for me, right? And I'll just take a rest then. What? He's not happy about that. Yo, what? Why are you in MS? Oh no, I'm sorry. Why are you in Miss Astronomer's warehouse? I'm just here to find repair kits for her. Lies. She hasn't been to our village for ages. She still needs me back to aid her. Here's proof. Look at this. Everyone is really worried about her, so I slipped out to deliver some supply for her. I got lost and ran into monster. Tool bag. Add it to bag. I think they mean tool bag, add it to bag. Here is her tool bag. I can't walk at all. Please bring it to her. Oh. Oh, what? Okay, I can't go any farther there. Dude, please tell me I don't have to go back through that. I can walk back to her house, right? Why is the cat walking backwards? Whoa, what's this bridge? Hello? Ah, it's you, Flan. You scared me. Why are you here? Who's this girl? Did we meet her earlier? This place is not far from Bamboo Forest, isn't it? I came out for fun. Any problem? Wait. I came out for fun. Any problem? Question mark? No. I heard that your big sister was in such a hurry that she even came to Impeachable? IMPEEISHABLE. Impeachable Pavilion we live. Impeachable? Come on, is this a real word? Impeachable. IMPEESHIBLE. No, impeachable is not a word at all. It's just asking me, do you mean imperishable? Okay. So what's wrong this time? Not willing to tell anything? This time is different. Wait, we're just done talking? Okay. This would block the door. That's why we can't open. I will break it. Do you have any objection? You really like breaking. Okay. What? Wait. Don't you think rabbit is a little thrilling? Yo, what are we talking about here? Don't you think rabbit is a little thrilling? What? No. Thrilling? What is that feeling? I'm sure she wants you eat me. I don't know, Maki. I'm trying to understand this. Yeah, it's a Japanese game, but it must have been, I don't know if it was like machine translated or what happened, but it's just, it's like Google Translate, yeah. The rabbit eats cat. How ridiculous. Yeah, that is ridiculous. Oh, wait.
What the heck is going on, man? Here's your repair kit. Why do you have it? Whatever. It's none of my business. I think I can barely repair it. I need you to help me complete the observation. Stargazer updated. Oh. Lily, how did you say to do this again? Yeah, just to move the telescope like you usually do. Next comes the long focus part. Now you're so slow, meow. We could just rely on the cat's detection. What? Okay. 322 AZ 9.68. AZ 9.68. Okay. Oh. Wait. No. It goes so fast. Ah, I did it. Okay. And then 3 point... Oh, no, wrong way. Okay. 3.22. Whoa, stop. Huh. See. Ha! Did it. Great. The position prediction was spot on. But the next target might be a bit off. 18... Wait. Oh, what? Wait, why did it... Okay. Oh, wait, shoot. I'm going the wrong way. Did it... Was I supposed to finish it in that time? Like, I saw the things filling up. 18.2. Holy cow, man. How would anybody finish that in time? I hope I wasn't supposed to finish it before it started filling up. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. No, too much. No. There, 18.2. Okay, negative 2.11. Wait, negative 2.11. Sorry guys, I'm like half focusing, half falling asleep, half not understanding what the heck I'm doing. It took you quite some time, eh? Okay, well, I mean, come on, man, give me a freaking break here. Okay, so you're supposed to fill it up before this little thing here fills, like, what? Next one is most crucial. May Starlight guide us. Alright, I'm gonna try and beat the timer. Dude, there's no way. It doesn't even, like, click down that fast. Dude, there's no way. How? How would anybody beat that timer? Even, like, I'm holding the button down going as fast as I can. There's no way I could do that faster than it fills. Zero wing side-scrolling shooter game. Yeah, that's what it feels like. That's true. 16.41. Okay, and then negative 13.8. Is this the last one, man? I hope so, dude. Because this is like, I mean, I like that things keep getting mixed up. Like, oh shoot, I went way too far. I do? I is good? I is make C for world? Okay, what am I doing now? Oh, what was that? Wait, what is this now? On the ground? Is it like blood? Damn, what was that? Where is Amio? What is this? What happened? What is this blood? Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure. Oh, I wish there was a sprint button. I'm losing my mind here. Well, what am I doing now? Am I going back this way? No? Okay, no, I am. Okay. Alright. Okay, so I was in a dream. Wait. Amio, is hello there. What? Another blood spot? Uh-oh, that's another blood spot. But that's not good that there's all this blood. That's probably bad. Look, more blood. It sounds like something gigantic walking nearby. Did like a kite? Uh-oh. She's dripping with blood. You ate them all. Wait, the girl ate people? Otherwise, where do you think the blood come from? Of course, just like what you did. Aren't they born to be eaten? Haven't you had one? Wait. Haven't you had one? This is not the same. They were alive individuals. No different from you and me. No, you and I. You said they were alive individuals, but please tell me, aren't they just food to you? How many individuals have you eaten? Miss Vampire. Wait, so my character's a vampire? And I finally understand you why. You stained your hands with so much blood. For nothing but to leave the Komaukan. Childish. Ellipses, ellipses. Uh-oh. Wait, now I'm underwater? Where is this? You know, deep sea, but weren't supposed to be. I once thought relief had come to me. Is it supposed to rhyme? But to be precise, I can't leave this place. If that's the case, let me ask you something. Did I really mess it up? What, rabbit? No, you didn't. Who am I talking to right now? Of course not. I mean those who got killed. Did I really mess it up? Sorry. No, my sisters are just like that cursed rabbit. Disgusting. Aren't we all living beings? Sometimes a compromise is indeed necessary. Again, you keep repeating these things. Compromise, compromise, compromise again and again. Why don't you compromise back into your very prison cell at home? You will understand it one day. Wait, what? Now, where? Chapter 2, falling down. Oh my god, what is going on? E-bombs world. First time I've ever thought that in forever. OG meme. Okay. So, I'm dreaming, I'm in a nightmare, but then I'm in a village, and then I'm helping an astronomer, and then my cat talks to me, but then my cat goes missing. But then I help her see planets, and then there's a big monster. And then I leave the house, and there's blood everywhere. And a girl dressed up as a rabbit says that I'm a vampire, and then I fall into the water. Is there something I'm missing? Oh, wait, it's in Japanese. Something ko. Okay, hold on. Some of the kanji are way too tiny for me. I'm pretty sure it's her name. Have you woken up yet, Amio? Okay. And it's only in Japanese from here on out? Okay. This is the town. New family voice. What? The starry sky was completed last night. Okay, I am losing my mind here, guys. Like this. Thank you for your work. Compare this topic. For example, this book. Is that her? That was yesterday's incident. Okay, guys, I am like losing the plot completely here. What is going on? I'm tired, but I don't think I'm this tired. Ah, boy. Okay, hold on. Come on, what's going on? He said he was busy? What? No. That's not even the right translation. Okay. Wait. Is this Chinese? Tadya sitting and watching the starry sky. Because I'm not, like... This might be Chinese, actually, and I'm having it translate the sound, the last one. Yeah, this might be Chinese. This game is all over the place. Yeah, the English might need a little bit of work. What is going on? No, okay. I'm pretty sure this is Chinese. So where are you? Because, like, I'm not... What I know what these kanji mean in Japanese is not matching up at all. It's not very clear. You tell me it's not very clear. What? Yeah, this is Chinese, dude. Okay, look, I could translate if it was Japanese at this time of the night, but I'm not gonna sit here and translate. Sorry. I am losing my absolute mind. Okay, give me a second. This was called Flans MS Store. What is going on? Apps. I feel like I was like having a stroke there at the end. Flans MS. Okay. The final copy of it was published in September 15th. Okay. Flans MS is a 2D story game with puzzles and gameplay systems. After escaping from everything she is familiar with, Flan needs to retrieve her lost dream diary and find the answers she needs. Let me see the reviews on this. There is 0 reviews in English. Okay. My review says, starts out in very incoherent English, then completely gives up on translating the game. The game's plot is completely discombobulated. I don't even know how to spell discombobulated at this point in the night. Hey Alexa, how do you spell discombobulated?
Discombobulated is spelled D-I-S-C-O-M-B-O-B-U-L-A-T-E-D.
The game's plot is completely discombobulated and even begins to use words that don't exist in the English language. Oh my God, I can't spell right now. Such as, what was the one that I was just looking at? Impeachable? If you are going to sell a game in 2 languages, please let the user know it is only half translated, and even then. What's wrong? Oh no. Come here. Deco. Why are you yelling at me then? Okay. Please let the user know it is only half translated, and even then is done so poorly that the plot is unreadable and the game UI completely tedious. Artwork is beautiful. And so is the atmosphere. But I cannot recommend until a proper English version and a less I don't want to use the word tedious again. A less what's another word for tedious? Hey Alexa, what's a synonym for tedious?
Synonyms for tedious meaning dull, monotonous, include annoying, boring, or dreary.
No, that's not a good. Confound it. UI is created. Starts out in very incoherent English, then completely gives up on translating the game altogether, I should say. I mean, I'm only doing this because there's no English reviews at all. Sorry, but I always like to warn people about games that are only half translated because they're selling it as a fully English game. The game's plot is completely discombobulated and even begins to use words that don't exist in the English language, such as impeachable. If you are going to sell a game in 2 languages, please let the user know it is only half translated and even then is done so poorly that the plot is unreadable and the game UI completely tedious. Artwork is beautiful and so is the atmosphere, but I cannot recommend until a proper English version is released. And a less confounded UI is created. No. Allow comments. Post. Sorry, but I can't recommend. I'm not trying to be too harsh. I'm just being realistic. Okay, let's see. Is the great game, but couple issues. Game just came out, but the story about a young vampire girl named Flan and her talking cat at the beginning doesn't tell you much. Yeah. Okay, even in the full game, people are saying like the English translation is trash, very jank, translation is bad, a little spooky, but what does this one say? Localization is pretty rough, barely enough to understand the story. Okay, all right. So that's the reviews on the fully released game. So it doesn't get any better. That's sad. You shouldn't, I'm sorry, but like you shouldn't sell it if it's not actually translated. Like you should, you know, $5. Like as the gaming industry is learning for like the third or fourth. Okay, what are we talking about here? I want to get into the conversation. Yeah, Dan headed to bed. Okay, night man. No, I just mean the translation was weird. Not that the English games have higher standards. Total Boom Worth games. I pretty much exclusively only play PS2 and GameCube games. Okay, those are some bangers. AAA games have become utter trash. Like I can't imagine there's any AAA game I want to play coming out anytime soon. You know what? Okay, let's do this. Let's go to store. Okay, and let's do window capture properties. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, like Faith, incredible game. Definitely would play. Dragon Age Vilgard, not interested at all. Looks bad, man. Yeah, I've actually looked into quite a bit of that game. I've played all the other episodes too. I mean, all the other versions. Zookosis, not a AAA game. Looks incredible. Would play. Sonic Shadow Generations, maybe okay. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, definitely a good game. I don't know, that would be like a AA game though, right? Windblown. Maybe that's a good one. I really don't know. Alien Isolation.
This is not the newest Alien one that just came out, right? The old one is really good. Helldivers 2. I played it. I know some people love this game. For me, a little bit too repetitive. Ghost of Tsushima, still very expensive. I'm waiting for that game to go on sale. Top new releases for September 2024. Why wouldn't you do October, though? I don't understand. The casting of Frank Stone. That game looked so boring. I watched a whole playthrough and I was just like, what is this? Is such a bad story. Am I wrong? Shattered Space, garbage AAA. God of War Ragnarok, not interested. Dark Souls 2 definitely would play. That's a good game. I already do play it. Mount and Blade Warband. Is this an extra? I have like part 2, I think, right? Hold on. The Phantom Pain. Because you played Dark Souls 3, Jedi Survivor. Why? Like, I don't understand why it offers me games like I already own. Wo Long? Fallen Dynasty? Oh. I thought that was Wukong. I was like, wait a second. Oh, that's probably why you're right. Oh, that's true. You're right. You're right. If they do recently update it. Community recommendations. Thank goodness you're here. Pico Park 2. Age of History 3. Inscription. I've heard Inscription's really good. Wilmot works it out while we wait here. A nice cryptic story that took me 2 hours to finish. I'm on observation duty 7. Okay. Under $10. What is this crazy one? This looks cool. Psycho Hop. Psycho Ompomp. Oh, the game looks cool as hell. All right, guys. I am absolutely burnt to a crisp as far as energy is concerned. Chivalry is a good game. I played that. I played Chivalry 2 too. Jeff was gifted membership by MeViewer 2. Thank you, MeViewer, for gifting membership. That's very nice of you. They don't care how cliche or soulless anymore. Primary objective is continuous monetization. You are totally right about that, Josh. The casting couch of Frank Stone. Man, that game looks so boring. I want more Cave Danmaku. Still waiting for more Dodonpachi. Warband is totally worth it. I have Warband too. I played a little bit of it. I was a little bit confused on the tactics and stuff. You should play some Chivalry 2. I do have the game. I played for quite a bit at the beginning of the launch. I think I was just waiting for more stuff to come out, and that's why I got kind of bored. There's probably a lot more stuff right now. Mordhau, that game is crazy too. I like that one. Daggerfall Unity. Okay. I think I have it in my library right now. Let me just check though. Okay. Why is it asking me if I'm old enough? Okay, is Daggerfall Unity different from Daggerfall Elder Scrolls 2? Okay.
Wait, can you not get it on Steam? I have Chivalry 2 on Xbox. It's pretty fun, man. Mod it a bunch and turn it into an old artsy. Oh, okay. Okay, wait. So can you, let me check something out. Okay. I'm gonna install the game and see, is there a workshop? Because I played it a little bit before. I mean, I actually played it all the way back when Daggerfall first came out. And my computer, I remember, chugged to be able to play this game. I know it's like endless, like it's massive. It's so insanely huge. Okay, now is there mods? Oh, there's no workshop. Oh, there's no workshop that has. No. Dang, I was hoping there'd be like Steam Workshop where I could download the Unity. Boo. I'm looking at some of these modded out versions, dude. They look sick. All right. Postal 2. I have Postal 2, I think. Hold on, let me see. Which Postal do I have? I think I have a few Postals. Yeah, I have Postal 2. I've made it pretty far in that one. I can't remember how far I've made it into that. That's a very good one. You ever play Arena? Arena's good too. I have Arena. I use the unofficial Elder Scrolls wiki download, and then there is a Daggerfall Unity link you can grab, and then you can get mods from Nexus. Nexus mod always confuses me. Like sometimes I get stuff to work from that, and sometimes I don't. Like I started to mod out New Vegas, and then like sometimes it seems to work, and sometimes it's not working. Like I can never. I'm just a dum-dum when it comes to that stuff. That's all it is. All right, I'll have to look into that. Anyway, it has been a blast hanging out with all of you. Again, as always, Kat, thank you for hanging out too. Laud, stoked you came in on this one to hang out. Sorry we're kind of at the end of a weird playthrough of a half-translated game. Nothing wrong with Chinese games. Obviously, they make incredible games like Wukong. But I don't know what. Dude, what is this, man? Do you guys, I don't know if you guys can see this. Look at this achievement. R. Kelly protege pissed in someone's face until they puked from it. What the hell? That sounds like Postal. Okay, wow. Great, love it. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Slayer Duck, sorry I didn't get to say hi when you signed on, but dude, always a fun time. I will be streaming tomorrow. I'll probably be doing it a little bit earlier though, just so I can catch up on sleep and stuff like that before the school week starts again. Can't believe the weekend's almost over already. This sucks. My mind is telling me no. Best achievement. My mind is telling edgiest achievement I've ever seen. All right. I love you guys. You guys have a great night.